gentlemen, welcome to TD Bank Ballpark, the jewel of the Atlantic League. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to TD Bank Ballpark for tonight's game between the Sugar Land Skeeters and your Somerset Patriots. The Patriots would like to thank tonight's game sponsor, Bill Leary Air Conditioning and Heating. They are the sponsor of tonight's post-game fireworks show. They also have a table up behind section 201. They're giving away all kinds of great stuff, including a free maintenance on your air conditioning or heating to the first 25 people that sign up. So make sure you head up to the table behind section 201, see Bill Leary Air Conditioning and Heating. They have some t-shirts, some prizes, and some free services to offer you guys. Today was also our annual blood drive, so thank you to everyone who donated today. And we are also, as you saw just now, saying goodbye to a Patriot great today. Josh Pressley is back and returning in Patriots colors this evening. But right now, it's time to grab your scorecard and fill out tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Sugar Land Skeeters. Leading off and playing left field, number 29, Ryan Langerhans. Batting second, number 11, center fielder, Brian Barton. Batting third, the first baseman, number 24, Delwood Young. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 21, Nick Stavanova. Batting fifth, number 16, the catcher, Travis Scott. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 5, Chase Lampin. Batting seventh, number 4, shortstop, Dominic Ronalds. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 25, Neil Medchill. And rounding out the order for the Skeeters, the second baseman, number 2, Michael Rocket. Each evening we designate one visiting player as the Wendy's K-Man. Tonight's Wendy's K-Man is right fielder Neil Medchill. If Neil strikes out during the game, all fans in the lucky section will receive a coupon for a sweet treat of your choice from Wendy's in the New York tri-state areas. Wendy's, now that's better. Pitching tonight for the Skeeters, number 28, Steve Hammond.
Patriot! First pitch cranked to deep right center field. The 1-2 outs, runners on second and third. Hit to deep left field. Going back is Finnick. Warning track wall. Gone. Strike three. Got him on the changeup. The 1-0. This ball is gone off the scoreboard. Patriots win. Somerset!
Hello, Patriot fans. A beautiful evening for baseball here from the jewel of the Atlantic League that is TD Bank Ballpark. Saturday, August 9th, 2014, as two first-place teams square off. The first-place Sugar Land Skeeters take on the first-place Somerset Patriots. And today is a very special day in the red, white, and blue history. Today, Josh Pressley, one of the all-time great Patriots, retires as a member of the Somerset Patriots. Before the game, I had to catch up with Big Press. Well, Josh, today you officially hang up the spikes and retire as a member of the Somerset Patriots, signing a one-day contract. What does this day mean to you?
It's incredibly special just that they thought enough of me to bring me back. When Pat and Mark and Brett reached out to me, I was incredibly humbled. It was something that I definitely jumped at the chance to do because of all the memories that I had here. And like I said, just to be a part of a night like this and to know that they thought enough of what we as a team accomplished on the field to to do something like this tonight really means a lot to me.
Is it going to be pretty special for you to go out to home plate to exchange the lineup card with your two last managers, and Gary Getty and, well, Brett Jody was a pitching coach of yours?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, of course, I don't want to keyhole it into one thing. Having Gary here and a couple of guys on the other side that I played with for 2 years also means a lot to me. This game's about relationships. It's about teammates, and it's just about getting together with 25 guys and going to work every day and winning baseball games. So to have as many guys around that were a part of that with me and that I got to enjoy that with, it definitely means a lot.
It's good to see you back in the Garden State. I know you're enjoying your time in the Sunshine State with your father working in your second career. Do you still follow Somerset while in Florida?
Oh yeah, every day, every morning. Get into the office. First thing I do is grab a cup of coffee and see how everybody did. Check the scoreboard, check the standings, check the stats a little bit, and it's fun. It's fun to be a fan, and it's fun because there's still names that I know and still people that I follow, and just a little bit more relaxing to check and not have as much riding on it every day. But it definitely is fun to watch the league and just how it's evolving and keep tabs on it every day.
You're a big guy, Josh, 6'6", 240. Did the bat feel like a toothpick in your hands in your 5 All-Star years with Somerset?
Sometimes it did. Sometimes it felt like a sledgehammer. It just depended on the night. It doesn't anymore, I'll tell you that. But no, it was great here, man. I mean, I can't express, words can't express, and emotions can't really tell how much the entire community of Somerset, the fans, the front office, just the city itself really means to me in my life. So it's just great to be back.
And lastly, I know you left a video message for Sparky Lyle when he had his number retired in June. Now you actually get to see number 28 retired on top of the press box. Does it really sink in how much he means to you and this organization?
Yeah, he started this whole thing. His legend is what made the Patriots what they are. And, his tenacity for winning and just the kind of culture that he developed here is why I had and so many guys have the opportunity to come back to a place like this and really regain their love for the game of baseball, which is what this league's all about. And, can't say enough about what Sparky has done to make the Patriots who they are.
Josh, thanks so much. Enjoy this day with your friends and family.
Thanks a lot.
Great stuff from the 5-time All-Star and 2-time Atlantic League champion Josh Pressley. We're going to step aside when we come back. We'll have starting lineups. We'll have first pitch. And we'll have baseball right here on ESPN.TV.
Great job, Birdie. Celebrating his 8th birthday, Jason Roser. Nice job, Jason. Representing Pack 236, Jon Hunton.
Live from TD Bank Ballpark in lovely Bridgewater, New Jersey, WCTC and ESPN.TV proudly present another production of Somerset Patriots Baseball. As tonight, your Somerset Patriots host the Sugar Land Skeeters in the first game of a 3-game set. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me on this gorgeous Saturday evening, August 9th, 2014. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Thanks for tuning in, whether it be across the globe on WCTCAM.com or maybe via ESPN.TV, maybe locally here in Central Jersey on 1450 AM on your radio dial, or maybe via our free iPhone, iPad, or Android app. Just search 1450 WCTC in the App Store and download that free app immediately. I am the voice of the Somerset Patriots, Justin Answell. Glad to have our production crew with ESPN.TV with us via broadcast venue. Glad to have my man Mike Lawrence board hopping for me in our WCTC headquarters, pressing all the right buttons. It's 2 first-place teams squaring off. The Sugar Land Skeeters taking on the Somerset Patriots. Skeeters, they've won 9 of 11. Somerset, they've won 10 of 12. So these are the 2 hottest teams in the Atlantic League, and they're going at it. Somerset is 11-6 against the Skeeters in the 2014 series. But the storyline today is that one of the all-time great Somerset Patriot players, Josh Pressley, who was a 5-time All-Star from 2007 to 2011, is officially hanging up the spikes. He spent the last 2 years, ironically, with the Sugar Land Skeeters, who Somerset's playing tonight, and he's signing a 1-day contract with the Somerset Patriots to retire a Somerset Patriots. And you see this a lot in sports with players who spend a bulk of their career with one team, then the tail end they switch to another team, like Brett Favre with the Green Bay Packers. This year he's signing a 1-day contract with the Packers, even though he did play with the Vikings and Jets in the latter part of his tenure. Joe Montana did the same.
thing. He's always going to be known as a 49er, but he played with the Chiefs at the back end of his career. Pressley spent 2 years with the Skeeters, but he'll always be known as a Somerset Patriot. Pressley, a 5-time All-Star, a 2-time Atlantic League champion, the 2008 Atlantic League MVP. In 5 years with Somerset, he hit .308 with the club, totaled 96 homers, drilled 378 RBI, and tallied 494 hits in 445 games played, so he averaged more than a hit per game. That's how impressive the 6'6", 240-pound 34-year-old is. He wears number 31. He's using Matt Zielinski's number. He actually is in the starting lineup tonight. He's going to play first base. He's not going to play the field or get an at bat. Jody's giving him a nice honor. He's going to take the field with his teammates, and then after the players are done warming up, Darryl Ward's going to come out and play first base, and then Pressley will tip his cap and he'll leave the field. It's kind of like what happened with Mariano Rivera last year when Rivera had his final game at the new Yankee Stadium when he retired. And this is a Somerset Patriot team that is the most illustrious team in the prestigious Atlantic League. And when the Patriots had their top 15 countdown, Josh Pressley was tabbed the second greatest Patriot of all time. If you're watching on ESPN.TV, he's hanging over the first base dugout, flanked between Jeff Dominguez and Mike DeMarc. Big guy, 6'6", 240-pound, just a gentle giant off the field, and a heck of a baseball player on the diamond. I mean, this guy was a 4th-round pick coming out of high school in the Fort Lauderdale area. He is retired to work in construction with his father. That's where he's spending his time. He says he still watches ESPN.TV to WCTC to see how his beloved Patriots are doing, and he chose today to retire as a Patriot because now he gets to mingle with two of his best friends in Brett Jody, the skipper for Somerset, and Gary Gaetti, the skipper for the Sugar Land Skeeters. It was kind of ironic that last year Sugar Land played Somerset in the first round of the postseason. It was Pressley who made the final out against his former team by grounding out to Angel Sanchez at shortstop. But just an illustrious tenure for Josh Pressley, and this is a class organization that Somerset is doing. They're not retiring his number, but he's signing a one-day contract to be a member of the Somerset Patriots. And Pressley, if you recall from 2 months ago in June when Sparky Lyle had his number retired, Pressley actually had a video tribute to Sparky Lyle. He was working in Fort Lauderdale. He couldn't make it to New Jersey. This is the first time Presley's been back since the postseason last year, and this is the first time he gets to take a look at number 28, which hangs on top of the press box. And that was a real emotional moment for Josh Pressley because his manager for all 5 years when he was with Somerset was Sparky Lyle. The pitching coach during that time was Brett Jody. Now Brett Jody's the manager. Jody and Pressley are best of friends, and, you know, I had a chance to catch up with Pressley during the game. He's actually going to join us in the top of the 5th inning right here on WCTC and ESPN.TV, and he told me he still keeps in touch with all his former teammates when they won 2 championships in 08-09, guys like a Matt Hagan, a Jeff Nettles, a Josh Pressley, a Travis Anderson, so to speak. All of them, it's one big bond, it's one big family, and it's going to be a lot of fun tonight here at TD Bank Ballpark. A capacity crowd on hand. We're going to have fireworks after the game. And other than Josh Pressley, there's a lot to be happy about if you're a Somerset Patriot fan as well. They've won 10 of 12, and they've won their last 2 games in walk-off fashion. Flashback 2 nights ago, Jeff Dominguez blooped an RBI single in shallow left field to plate Brian Barden as Somerset won 3-2 in 11 innings over the Sharks. And then speaking of Brian Barden, he had a pinch hit walk-off 2-run home run to propel the Patriots to a 7-5 victory in 10 innings last night over Camden. So Somerset took 6 of 7 from their Garden State foes in Camden. Pitching matchup for you tonight, it's a good one. 2 pitchers with top 10 ERAs in the Atlantic League. It will be the lefty Steve Hammond, 8-6, 3.37 ERA, going up against the southpaw Matt Maloney, 7-5, 3.43 ERA. Hammond, he has the 5th best ERA in the Atlantic League. Maloney, he has the 7th best ERA in the Atlantic League. So it should be a good one. As the Patriots are just about to take the field, Josh Pressley's going to take first base. And what I've been told is he's not going to play the field, but as soon as the warm-ups are done, Darryl Ward would replace him at first base. Although maybe it's just a coax and we could have a big surprise and maybe he does end up playing the field. Whatever it is, it's a great day to be a Patriot. It's a great day to honor the great Josh Pressley, the 2nd greatest Patriot of all time, and also just a great human being, a class act. He did a lot of charity work in the area in his 5 years with Somerset, and you can't forget about those contributions that he had off the field as well. And, you know, Pressley played with some of the Somerset Patriots that are in the dugout right now. He used to be teammates with guys like Kevin Koch and Jon Hunton and Daryl McCall. So here's Matt Maloney and his teammates. They've just taken the field as Josh Pressley's going to sprint out to first base with the baseball buddies following behind the minor leaguers. So the Skeeters will get up on the top step of the dugout down the third base line. So we're just about to step aside. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. We'll have first pitch, and we'll have baseball. Game number 101 of this marathon 140-game season coming up as the Patriots 54, the Skeeters are 55-43. All right, here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. 90 should be fine.
To honor America with the singing of our national anthem, representing Comfort Tree, Christian singer and recording artist, Carolina.
Bottom of the fifth. I may have said top. Okay. Another one. We'll come back after this. Perfect. So a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Carolina Smith. So it's time to meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Sugar Land Skeeters, led by third-year skipper Gary Gaetti, leading off Ryan Langerhans in left field, batting second Brian Barden in center field, hitting third Delwyn Young at first base, hitting fifth Nick Stavenhoa at DH, followed by Travis Scott at catcher, Chase Lambin at third base, and 7, 8, 9 respectively, Dominic Ramos at shortstop, Neil Medchill in right field, and Michael Rock at the second baseman. Rounds out the order. These 9 gentlemen will be facing the savvy southpaw Matt Maloney, 6'4", 210-pound, 30-year-old. Throws the fastball, slider, curve, and he's got a great changeup to keep hitters off balance. In 14 starts, he's 7-5 with a 3.43 ERA. Good for 7th best ERA in the Atlantic League. 86.2 innings pitched, 81 hits allowed, 60 Ks, 19 walks, exactly a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and opponents are hitting .245 against Maloney. Here's the defense will be playing behind Matt Maloney. Left to right in the outfield, Haroldchek, Tucker, Montanez. Left to right on the diamond, Barden, Kelly, Dominguez, Pressley over at first. And the batter made the aforementioned Matt Maloney will be Damaso Espino. So Pressley is throwing grounders to his teammates right now at first base. Darrell Ward will probably relieve him in a matter of moments. But Josh Pressley suiting up for the Somerset Patriots for the first time since the tail end of the 2011 season. And he tosses the ball into the crowd. And maybe they're going to let Pressley play for a batter here. So, wow. So they're not going to take Pressley out, it looks like. Digging in will be Ryan Langerhans. So Pressley's going to stay at first for at least one batter here, so we'll see how it goes. This is very intriguing. So Pressley stays at first. Maloney is ready to fire. Digging in is Ryan Langerhans. Langerhans leads the Atlantic League in walks with 66. And, well, now here comes Sparky Lyle and manager Brett Jody. So the manager and the manager emeritus come out and talk things over with Josh Pressley. They give him a big hug over at first base. A classy gesture by the Somerset Patriots coaching staff as Josh Pressley signs a one-day contract with the Somerset Patriots. He tips his cap to the crowd, and he is coming out of this ball game as Darrell Ward will relieve him. Ward is just about to come in, but an illustrious career for Pressley. 96 homers, 308 batting average. He had 378 RBI. I mean, he was the undisputed team leader for the championship seasons in 2008 and 2009. So Ward takes over at first. Presley's done at first base. Brett Jody gives him a big hug, pats him on the chest. Sparky Lyle hugs him as well. He tips his cap to the crowd again. And Jon Hunton, the director of player personnel, gives him a hug and handshake. And now he's greeted by handshakes by all of his teammates. Just a classy gesture all the way around. Classy gesture by Ryan Langerhans, too, the batter, to step out to give Pressley his time. And Pressley will join us in the bottom of the 5th inning here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC, but we are just about ready for baseball. 80 degrees and gorgeous here from TD Bank Ballpark. Game 1 of a 3-game set, final series of the year between Sugar Land and Somerset. And the first pitch is going to be low and in for a ball. It's officially go time at 7:13 p.m. Eastern Time. We are underway from the Jewel of the Atlantic League that is TD Bank Ballpark. Langerhans hitting .282, 9 homers, and 41 RBI. Count is 1-1. It's 317 feet in the left field line, 315 feet in the right field line, 365 in the gaps, and 402 to dead center field. The 1-1. Breaking ball, it's a check swing foul ball behind home plate. Count 1-2 to Ryan Langerhans. Umpires for you this evening. The home plate umpire, Tony Sanya. The first base umpire, Freddie DeJesus. And the third base umpire, the crew chief, is Warren Nicholson. Now, the home plate umpire, Tony Sanya, has a very tight strike zone. The 1-2. Ground ball right back to Maloney. He stabs it on 2 hops. Overhand toss to first to Darrell Ward. In time, 1 away. Presley's probably thinking, should have left me out there. I could have made that catch. So 1 out, nobody on. Top of the first inning. No score. And this will bring up Brian Barden. There are actually 2 Brian Bardens in this game. Brian Barden on Sugar Land and Brian Barden on Somerset. Now, the Sugar Land Brian Barden is spelled B-A-R-T-O-N. The Somerset Brian Barden, the hero from last night who smacked the 2-run walk-off homer. Pinch hit style in the 10th inning. It is spelled B-A-R-D-E-N. So Barden's at the plate, and Barden is fielding at third base. This Barden takes a called strike, count 0-1. So you thought it was confusing when right was in left. What if Barden hits the ball to Barden? Barden hitting .290. Couple homers in the season, 33 ribbies. Foul in the netting behind home plate, count 0-2. You've got .287 running parallel to the left field wall. The train tracks run north to New York City parallel to the right field wall. The Patriots are guided by second-year skipper Brett Jody down the first base line. He's just done a fantastic job. Somerset's at their high water mark of 32 games above 500. They're 66-34 through 100 games. Ground ball sharply hit to short. Chest high hop for Kelly. Overhand toss to Darrell Ward. 2 away. Meanwhile, the Skeeters, they're guided by third-year skipper Gary Gaetti. He happens to coach third base when his team's hitting like they are right now. Gaetti is the only manager in Skeeter history. Skeeters came in the league in 2012. Well, 2 outs, nobody aboard. Scoreless top of the first, and this will bring up Delwyn Young. Maloney's had good success against Sugar Land. He's 1-1 with a 2.57 ERA in 2 starts. There you see Gaetti if you're watching on SPN.TV, spotlighted in the third base coach's box. In for a called strike, 0-1. Gaetti, a 2-time All-Star, a 4-time Gold Glover. Won the 1987 ALCS MVP when he was on the Twins. Took the Astros to the 2005 World Series when he was the hitting coach. Liner into right field. Montanez will play it on a hop. It's a 2-out single opposite way for the switch hitter, Delwyn Young. So runner on first, 2 outs, scoreless top of the first, and this will bring up the All-Star Game MVP from this year, Nick Stabenhoa. Stabenhoa out of Cypress, Texas. Patriots are in their home whites. The Skeeters are in their royal blues. I'm in my navy blue polo shirt. That's your fashion report this evening. Stabenhoa hitting .241, 13 homers, and 48 RBI. 11 of his 48 RBI have come against Somerset. So nearly 25% of his runs produced have come against the red, white, and blue. Rips this one down the right field line, tailing foul, 0-1. So playing the best brings out the best in Nick Stabenhoa, a product of Louisiana State University. Played in Baton Rouge for the Tigers, and he actually took the Tigers to the 2005 College World Series. He's an SEC guy, and so is Matt Maloney. Matt Maloney went to Ole Miss. The 0-1. Breaking ball in for a called strike, count 0-2. So a decade later, these two are rivals here in the prestigious Atlantic League after they were SEC rivals in the mid-2000s. Maloney, a former third-round draft pick in 2005 by the Phillies out of Ole Miss. The Rebels actually went to the College World Series this year, the 0-2. Liner to deep left field. Going back is Haroldchek to the warning track, to the wall. It is going to be caught at the warning track by Corey Haroldchek. So a loud, violent out off the wooden bat of Nick Stavenhoa, but no damage done. The Skeeters strand one through 1/2 inning of play. It's none for Sugar Land. Somerset, they're coming to bat right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
The gold standard in healthcare. Morristown Medical Center. Top 50 hospital in the nation. U.S. News and World Report. Ranked #1 hospital by New Jersey doctors. Inside Jersey Magazine. Hospital of the Year. NJ Biz. Morristown Medical Center. The gold standard in healthcare.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
To buy your tab with a 20-ounce fountain drink, only 99 cents every day. More fresh, more choice, more power tables.
Hey fans, make sure you check out the NJIT Family Fun Zone located behind section 217. Stop by and see how fast you can throw at the speed pitch or win a prize at the spin wheel.
Looking for a great deal on a Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. We head to the home half of the first where we're scoreless. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Somerset Patriots. Leading off, Jonny Tucker in center field. Batting second, Jeff Dominguez at second base. Hitting third, Darrell Ward at first base. Cleaning up, Ty Wright at DH. Hitting fifth, Luis Montanez in right field. Batting sixth, Brian Barden at third base. And 7, 8, 9 respectively, Corey Haroldchek in left field. Damaso Espino at catcher. And Scott Kelly, the shortstop, rounds out the order. These 9 gentlemen will be facing a savvy southpaw with the 5th best ERA in the Atlantic League, Steve Hammond. 6'2", 205-pounder from Vallejo, California. He's 32 years old. On the season, 8-6, 3.37 ERA, 19 starts, 106.2 innings logged, 106 hits allowed, 88 Ks, 50 walks. Opponents hitting .266 against Steve Hammond. So Hammond is ready to fire. Hammond has made 3 starts against Somerset. He's 1-1 with a 5.51 ERA. So Somerset has had the southpaw's number. The fastball is up and away. Count 1-0 here to Jonny Tucker, hitting .259, a homer, and 30 RBI. Tucker says he wears the vibrant color cleats on fireworks nights. That's why he's wearing the yellow cleats, and he hits this one to deep left center field. Going back is Langerhans, warning track wall. It's gone! A leadoff homer for Jonny Tucker. He touches them all, and the Patriots lead 1-0 here in the first. His second blast of the year. So the second pitch thrown by Steve Hammond, it's a leadoff homer by Jay Tux, and he sprints around the bases. Well, we mentioned Hammond had not had a lot of success against Somerset this year, and 2 pitches in, he's already behind the 8 ball, down 1-0. Wow, talk about a great start. Tucker, one of the leaders, and he's part of this new era of Patriot baseball. It's kind of fitting that Josh Pressley kind of passes the torch to guys like Adam Donahue and Jon Hunton and Eric Arneson and Jonny Tucker and Luis Montanez and all these veterans that are here, because Pressley was part of the last dynasty and Tucker's part of the new dynasty here in Somerset. So kind of fitting that he hits the leadoff homer. 1-1 count here to the former Skeeter, Jeff Dominguez. So this is emotional for Jeff Dominguez. You think it's emotional for Josh Pressley. Dominguez is a former Skeeter. Hit .277 with the 95 win ball club last year. Count 2-1 here. 1-0 Patriots lead. Bottom of the first. Nobody out, nobody on. The 2-1. Pop-up in the infield, calling everybody off, is going to be the second baseman, Rocket. He makes the catch, and there's one away. Let's meet the defense for the Sugar Land Skeeters. Left to right in the outfields, Langerhans, Barden, Medchill. Left to right on the diamond, Lambin, Ramos, Rocket, Young, and the batter made of Hammond is Travis Scott. So 1-0 Patriots lead, 1 out, nobody on. And here comes Darryl Ward, who did not start this game, but he came in for Josh Pressley after Pressley received hugs and hand pounds from Brett Jody and Sparky Lionel, the manager and manager emeritus, respectively. Ward takes a called strike, count 0-1. So a good start for Somerset. And a great ceremony before the game. They get a leadoff homer from Tucker, a quick 12-pitch inning from Matt Maloney in the top of the first inning. Beautiful weather, fireworks after the game. Swing and a miss, count 0-2. Darryl Ward, in 22 starts, has 17 RBI with Somerset. It is 286 with 3 homers as well. It seems like everybody who Somerset has signed recently has just turned to gold, whether it be Ward, Dominguez, Percy, Harden. Liner in the inning behind home plate will do it again, getting Solbach back from the disabled list. It's just something in the water here in Central Jersey. Everybody kind of finds the fountain of youth, especially a 39-year-old like Darryl Ward. He's 4 years older than anyone else on the team. It'll be an 0-2 to Ward, lefty-on-lefty matchup. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says Tony Sane. No even need to appeal right there. And there's 2 away. So it seems like Hammond has settled down since surrendering a leadoff homer on the second pitch of the game to Jonny Tucker. Here's Ty Wright. Ty Wright is the cleanup hitter, and the cleanup hitter is brought to you by Raritan Building Services Corporation. Nothing wrong with Corey Smith, just a standard day off for the big fella. Got to keep him replenished and refreshed for the postseason, as Somerset will have serious September baseball beginning September 24th. And that's the luxury about having the second half and already having clinched a playoff berth, is that you don't need to play your key cogs every single day. And Jody's going to rest some guys. And Smitty, I'm sure he wants to be in the lineup, but this is going to help him in the long run to take care of his body. Obviously, he's available to pinch hit if need be late in a ball game. He's actually coaching first right now, the 1-0. And Ty spanks this one down the third baseline, foul, 1-1. Ty had a subpar game yesterday. He grounded in not 1, not 2, but 3 double plays he hit into. He also made a fielding error at first. And those games are going to happen throughout the course of a 140-game season. 1-0 Patriots lead, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Nobody on base. Ty hitting 268 homers, 41 RBI. Third in the team in homers, third in the team in RBI. The 1-1. Foul tipped in and out of the glove of Travis Scott. Count 1-2. Somerset is 11-6 against Sugar Land this year. This is the last time these two teams would meet. Now, these two teams could theoretically meet in the first round or even the championship series. Just depends upon how the 4 teams who qualify for the postseason, how things align in terms of record, and if there's a repeat winner, if there's a wild card, etc. So there's a chance Somerset could go back to Sugar Land, Texas in either late September or early October. But this is the last series in the regular season between these two teams, the men from the Garden State and the men from the Lone Star State. Change up away, count 2-2. This is a Skeeters team that likes to pitch. They have the 3rd best team ERA in the Atlantic League. Meanwhile, Somerset, they have the 2nd best team ERA in the Atlantic League. So we could see some low-scoring games in these 3 contests. The 2-2. Ground ball, weakly hit to second base. Ty Wright busting it down the line. The throw from Rocket to first is going to be dropped by Delwyn Young. We'll see how they score it. It's going to be a bang-bang play. Ty Wright may have legged it out even if Young catches that ball. Ty Wright was busting it down the line. We'll see what the official scoring play is right there. I could go any way right there. I usually give the hitter the benefit of the doubt. I would give him a hit. We'll see what our great official scorer, John Nolan, gives him. If you give him an error on the first baseman, I wouldn't object. So runner on first, 2 outs, 1-0. Patriots lead the Skeeters. And here comes Luis Montanez. Montanez owns the Sugar Land Skeeters. This year, he is hitting .414 with 5 homers and 12 RBI. It's going to be an E3 on the first baseman, Delwyn Young. So no infield hit for Ty Wright. Breaking ball in for a called strike, count 0-1. But 5 of his 12 homers, and he leads the team in homers with 12, have come against Sugar Land. hitting past the Ted Williams line, hitting over 400 against the Skeeters. Swing and a miss, count 0-2. They say everything's bigger in Texas. Apparently Montanez's stats are also bigger in Texas as well. It'll be an 0-2 with 2 outs. 1-0 Patriots lead, bottom of the first, thanks to the leadoff homer by Jonny Tucker. Lefty pitcher, righty batter here. Montanez sporting the high dark black socks, 3/4 length white pants. And now Hammond steps off. Hammond's been around for a while. He's pitched on Camden, Lancaster, and now Sugar Land. 3 years in the Atlantic League, career record of 15-11 with a 2.91 ERA and 36 starts. Very efficient here in the AL. It'll be an 0-2. Fastball away, count 1-2. He pitched in the Atlantic League in 2010 and 2011. Then he spent the entire 2012 and 2013 seasons in Japan. And now he's come back to the States to play in the Atlantic League again, this time with Sugar Land. And he was recruited to Sugar Land by Sugar Land's pitching coach, Jeff Scott, who used to be the skipper for Camden when Steve Hammond played for Camden. Opposite field hit down the right field line, tails foul, count 1-2. So baseball's all about relationships. It's one big fraternity, and Hammond and Scott, the pitching coach, kept in touch. And Scott lured him over here to Sugar Land. Sugar Land's trying to qualify for the playoffs for the second time in as many years. They set an Atlantic League record for most wins in a single season last year with 95. 50 games above 500. The 1-2. Up and away, 2-2. If Somerset goes 30-10 in their final 40 games, they would amass 96 wins, which would break Sugar Land's 95-win regular season record. 30-10 is very plausible for this team. They'll win 3 out of 4. You can do it every time. Ground ball softly at the short, charging in is Ramos. He's a slick fielder. Throw to first, well in time, inning over. But the Patriots do some damage. Second pitch of the game. It's blasted to deep left center. A homer by Jonny Tucker, second of the year. Patriots lead 1-0 through 1. Top of the second we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
When my son needed a children's hospital, I wanted the best, leading pediatric specialists, right-size technology, and a campus where they don't just practice medicine, they teach it. A place where nurses set the standard for award-winning care and children are treated as more than just patients. I'm grateful I found everything he needed at Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School and the Bristol Myers Squibb Children's Hospital at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital.
Kids are our only specialty.
$11. That was the year before I got here. Cool. This second inning is brought to you by Somerville Aluminum, full-service home remodeling. Servicing New Jersey since 1950. Visit our new state-of-the-art showroom at 20 County Line Road in Branchburg for all your home remodeling needs. Do your project once, go with the pro. Somerville Aluminum. Call them at 908-725-8401 or go to www.somervillealuminum.com. G&B Janitorial Supply, a family-owned business since 1991. Green Seal certified and have a full line of janitorial needs for all your business and home cleaning needs. Call us at 732-271-0535 or find us on the web at www.gnbinc.com. 1-0 Patriots lead the Skeeters through 1 inning of play. Top of the second we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC. I am Justin Answell, live from the Fullerton.com press box. Maloney only needed 12 pitches to throw a scoreless first. His first pitch to start the second is in for a called strike to Travis Scott. Count 0-1. Scott, 6'3", 225-pounder. This is his second straight year with Sugar Land. His third year overall in the Atlantic League. Played for York in 2012, hitting .231, 6 homers, and 38 RBI. And Scott's a very versatile catcher. He can play first base, DH, third base, and obviously catch as well, like he is tonight. It'll be a 1-1 here. Down in the netting behind home plate. Count 1-2 here to Travis Scott. It's time for the Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships upcoming events calendar. Well, this is game 1 of a 3-game set. Kind of awkward that a series starts on Saturday, but that's kind of been the case lately here in the Atlantic League. We're seeing series start on Saturday and end on a Friday and begin on a Tuesday. A little awkward, but gets the job done nonetheless. The 1-2. Scott in the shallow center. Backpedaling is Scott Kelly, the shortstop. Sprinting in is the center fielder, Jonny Tucker. It's the shortstop, Kelly, who backpedals a long way to make the catch. 1 away. But we will have a game tomorrow, exclusively on the radio. 5:05 first pitch, and the series finale will be on Monday, a camp day game at 11:05 a.m. Then Somerset will hit the road for 6. 3 in Lancaster in the midweek, 3 in Long Island on the weekend. I feel like Somerset has not played the Ducks in like 3 months. It's been quite some time. But Somerset is actually in the midst of playing 17 of 20 at home and 20 straight games in the Garden State, because the only 3 road games in the last 3 weeks were in South Jersey against Camden last weekend. But we're glad to have you here on SPN.TV. Did you know that Somerset is 12-2 when SPN.TV broadcast a game? I don't think it's a coincidence. You got to look good to play good, and these guys try their best when they're on TV. In for a called strike, count 0-1 here to Chase Lambin. Lambin hitting .204, 4 homers, 21 RBI. Lambin's always been a guy more known for his defense than his offense. And looks like there's a loose ball in the field, says Tony Sanya, the home plate umpire, as the first base umpire, Freddie DeJesus, has to pick up that baseball and toss it to a fan. But both these teams are red hot. Sugar Land just took 2 out of 3 from York. Somerset just took 3 out of 4 from Camden. Ground ball softly hit to second base. The former Skeeter Dominguez gloves it. Sidearm throw to Ward at first, and there's 2 outs. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-0 Patriots lead in the top of the homer by Jonny Tucker last half inning. And here comes Dominic Ramos. Every single member of the Sugar Land Skeeters made the All-Star team this year. Kind of an interesting format where the entire Skeeters team play the 22 best players in the Atlantic League. Ramos was actually an All-Star last year, and of course he was an All-Star this year. No Tracy McGrady this series. He actually retired after the All-Star game. McGrady started the All-Star game, then he hung up the spikes. So the 7-time NBA All-Star and the 2-time scoring champion is not here in Somerset. I don't think McGrady was a big fan of the La Quinta Inns and the Holiday Inn Expresses. So he's probably back to his beautiful home in downtown Houston. Grounder 2 short. Kelly scoops it up. Throw to first in time. Inning over. Good efficient frame again by Matt Maloney. Through 1.5. 1-0 Patriots lead. Bottom 2 we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
We'll also get visits from Captain America and Iron Man. And we'll also have superhero themed drawstring bags for the first 2,000 fans. So be sure to get your tickets so you don't miss out on Ballpark Comic-Con September 6th.
All right, fans, please turn your attention to the fields for the Rainforest Cafe Hopper Race. Kyle, Justin, and Kyle, and Cha-Cha, the tree frog, are going to hop all the way to the finish line. So, guys, on your mark, get set, hop! All right, fans, let's help them out because the winners will receive a Rainforest Cafe goodie bag. And, oh, the Kyles in the lead. But I think it was this Kyle right here. You're the winner, bud, of a Rainforest Cafe prize pack. Here you go, and located at Menlo Park Mall, Rainforest Cafe is part adventure, part restaurant, and wholly entertaining for the whole family. It's not just another meal, it's an adventure.
TD Bank, America's most convenient bank, understands the importance of supporting local communities and is proud to welcome Special Olympics New Jersey athletes with their friends and families this evening. TD Bank is a proud partner of the Special Olympics, having raised over $6 million through their annual Be a Fan campaign, along with
capacity crowd on hand as Josh Pressley signed a 1-day contract to retire as a Somerset Patriot. We head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Somerset leads. It will be Barden, Haroldchek, and Espino up, and Brian Barden will receive a warm ovation from this capacity crowd as he was the hero last night. He smacked a walk-off pinch hit 2-run homer to break the 5-5 tie off former Patriot Dan Blewett in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 10th inning. That'd be amazing if he had a walk-off homer in the bottom of the 5th. It was his 5th homer of the year and his 3rd in the past 7 games. You know, Barden only hit 2 homers the first 44 games. In his last 7 games, he has 3 homers. And I talked to him on the post-game show last night, and I said, what have you been eating, Brian? Because you're yanking balls out of the yard at ease. He's like, Justin, it's not that easy. All throughout my career, I've always noticed that homers come in bunches. I barely hit any in Mexico, and, I'm in a good hot streak right now. But the fans should not expect these homers on a daily and weekly basis. But he did the bunny hop at home. I was actually scared for Brian Barden, the 1-1. In for a called strike 1 and 2. Because after he rounded the bases and he high-fived his good pal Shane Spencer, he jumped on home plate as his whole team was waiting for him at home to mob him with celebration. And they had a shaving cream pie for him after the game as well. The 1-2. Breaking ball up and away, count 2-2. But he jumped on home plate violently. And if you recall, throughout baseball, there have been some serious Achilles and ACL injuries that have occurred when players celebrate at home plate. I go back to Kendry Morales a couple of years ago when he was in the Angels. He shattered his leg by jumping on home plate. If you remember Martin Gramatica, he was a kicker on the Buccaneers. He pulled a hamstring after he kicked a game-winning field goal in the game, celebrating with his teammates. So sometimes celebrations can go awry. But he said, when you're in the moment, you don't think about stuff like that. Your adrenaline's flowing, but hindsight 2020, I should not have done that. He did not get hurt, by the way. But it looked scary from afar. Fastball away, count 3-2 to Brian Barden. And he was just surprised that Blewett threw him a curveball. And the curveball that Blewett threw him really sped Barden's bat up and allowed him to pound that ball over the left center field wall. It'll be a 3-2 to start the second. Patriots up 1-0. Nobody out, nobody on. He strokes this one to right center field, and it will be tracked down by Brian Barden. Wow. Great range by Brian Barden to rob Brian Barden. So Barden, the center fielder, robs Brian Barden. We were waiting for that. I've been waiting all season for Barden to rob Barden. It just happened. So we saw history. First time ever that a Barden robbed a Barden. Here's Corey Haroldchek. Well, we talked about how everything's bigger in Texas. So are Corey Haroldchek's stats. Corey Haroldchek owns the Sugar Land Skeeters. This season, Haroldchek has 7 of his 19 RBI against Sugar Land. He's hitting .355, even though he's only hitting .219 this season. In for a called strike, count 0-1. So he's hitting over 130 points higher against Sugar Land than his normal batting average. Just about a third of his RBI have come against Sugar Land. Breaking ball inside, count 1-1. Haroldchek had a nice running catch at the warning track in the first inning to save a run. He's also a pitcher as well. He's the only two-way threat in the Atlantic League. This is a versatile athlete right here, only 26 years old in his prime. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Fastball up and away, count 2-1 here. Haroldchek can spray the ball to all fields. A broadcast journalism major in college. The 2-1. Foul behind home plate. Count 2-2. Let's tell you a little bit more about Steve Hammond, the pitcher. We talked about how he spent the last 2 years in Japan. He's an Atlantic League veteran, spending time with Lancaster and Camden before joining forces with Sugar Land. He's a former 6th-round draft pick as the 32-year-old in 2005 by the Milwaukee Brewers. He has peaked at the AAA level. He went to college at Long Beach State University in Southern California. Played for the Dirtbags, the 2-2. Grounded in the first base line foul, 2-2. And he was college teammates with the best left side of the infield in college baseball history. Evan Longoria was the third baseman, and Troy Tulowitzki was the shortstop. And Steve Hammond was the pitcher. So his job was just to make the hitters hit ground balls to the left side every time, because that is an awesome college infield. 2 former first-rounders in Longo and Tulo, and now they're 2 perennial all-stars with the Rays and Rockies, respectively. Jared Weaver also went to Long Beach State University. He's now a dominant pitcher on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It'll be a 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew a fastball by him. Second strikeout of the evening for Steve Hammond. So Hammond has yet to give up a hit since the leadoff homer to Jonny Tucker in the second pitch of the game. The Somerville aluminum party deck is filled to capacity. It's really standing room only here at TD Bank Ballpark. Here's Espino. Espino, the number 8 hitter in this order. You'd love to get Espino on just so you can clear the bottom of the order. That way you get Kelly up. And if Kelly makes the final out, then you would have Tucker to lead off the third inning. In for a called strike, count 0-1. Espy hitting .232, a homer, and 14 RBI. Somerset's actually carrying 3 catchers. Koch, Donahue, and Espino. They just want to give Espino and Donahue some breathing room. Fastball away, count 1-1. Espino, the pride of Panama, 31 years old. We'll do a Nissan scoreboard update next half inning. The 1-1. Swing and a miss in the changeup, count 1-2. And Espino, look, you don't need so much offensively out of Damaso. He only has 4 extra base hits this entire season. It took him 161 at-bats at his first home run of the year. I think if he calls a good game behind the plate, handles the pitching staff, and gets a timely hit here and there, I think Jody and Dommel and Spencer and Hunton would be more than happy with Espino's work behind the plate. Look, you don't need every player to hit 300, and not every team is going to be the 1927 Yankees, the 1998 Yankees. Speaking of the 1998 Yankees, Shane Spencer was on those 1998 Yankees. He's the third base coach. Sparky, the mascot, riling everyone up. The 1-2, called strike 3. Espino down looking. So back-to-back Ks in the second. Through 2, 1-0 Somerset leads. Top of the the third we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Winning. Extreme winning. Winning. Extreme winning. Play the New Jersey Lottery X Games and multiply your cash prize 5, 10, 20, even 50 times with a top prize of $1 million. Now that's extreme winning. Get your tickets today and give your dreams a chance.
Behind section 216 in the family fun zone, down the right field line to get your funnel cake today.
Tequila Joe's Sports Cantina is located at 1271 U.S. Highway 22 in West Bridgewater. It's open from 11 a.m. until 1 a.m. daily. Grand opening was just on July 21st. Get the guys from Ideacom on your team by calling today at 800. That's one call. It'll save you money. We're through 2. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for Sugar Land. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors for Somerset. The difference in this game, a leadoff homer by Jonny Tucker on the second pitch of the game, thrown by the lefty Steve Hammond. Top of the third, it will be Medchill, Rocket, and Langerhans. 8, 9, and 1 in the order, due up. Maloney has just faced 1 over the minimum thus far through 2 solid frames. Medchill, big guy, 6'4", 220-pound lefty. He shows bunt, pulls back. It's a fastball away. Count 1-0. Neil hitting .228, 3 homers, and 9 RBI. He used to play 45 minutes away from here in Trenton in Double-A with the New York Yankees organization. So he comes back to familiar territory here in the state of New Jersey. Breaking ball, low and in. Count 2-0. It's time for the Nissan Scoreboard Update, brought to you by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Choose Nissan.com. Bridgeport up a field goal on Camden, 3-0 in the 5th from Harbor Yard. Revs and Ducks score in the 4th inning from Santander Stadium. And the Crabs are up 4-1 on the Stormers in the top of the 5th inning in Waldorf, Maryland. Derek Jeter passed Honus Wagner on the all-time hits list, so Jeter is alone in 6th place in the all-time hits list, and that's probably where Jeter will stand By the time he retires, he'll be 6th in the all-time hit list. The Yankees did get blanked by the Indians 3-0. Rubber match tomorrow in the Bronx. Paul O'Neill did have a plaque honored for him at Monument Park before the game. So we're honoring Josh Pressley before tonight's game, a Patriot icon. The Yankees honored a Yankee icon, and the Warrior, Paul O'Neill, who played with the Yankees from 93 to 01. And Shane Spencer and Sparky Lyle were both at the Paul O'Neill ceremony. So they got to the ballpark in time. They weren't here for batting practice. But it was a nice gesture for two great Yankees like Sparky Lyle and Shane Spencer, now on the Somerset Patriot staff, to go over and pay their respects and homage to a great Yankee icon like Paul O'Neill. Swung on and missed by Medchill. That is the first strikeout of the evening for Matt Maloney, and there's one away. The Mets and Phillies are about to get underway from MLB from Citizens Bank Ballpark.
Second baseman, number 2, Michael Rocket.
So that's about it going on in the world of sports right now. Here's Michael Rocket. Rocket is just 2 for 28 against Somerset this season. He really struggles against Somerset, and he's struggling this year. He's only hitting .211, and he's playing for his hometown team. You know, he's from Sugar Land, Texas. Foul behind home plate, count 0-2. Does have 8 homers and 21 RBIs, so this guy's really feast or famine. His average is not there, but his power numbers and RBI sure are. Number 9 hitter in this order. 1 out, nobody on. 1-0 Patriots lead, top of the third. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks hurled by Matt Maloney. Maloney looks sharp right now. Maloney has a 3-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He's coming off back-to-back wins, one against Southern Maryland, one against Camden. You know, Maloney actually began this year with Somerset. Then he pitched so well early on, he earned a promotion to AAA with the Reds organization. AAA Louisville. He struggled there in 2 outings. His ERA was north of 16. He was released. He was unemployed. He called Brett Jody and Jon Hunton. He said, guys, would you take me back? I'm sorry I left you in the first place. They said, absolutely, we want a savvy southpaw, next big leaguer back in our 5-man rotation. So they took him back, and he's been as good as gold since rejoining Somerset. He hasn't missed a beat. And this guy's a workhorse. He works quickly. He throws strikes. He's a competitor. Great guy off the diamond, but he is intense with tunnel vision every 5 days. You don't want to bother Matt Maloney when it's his start day. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, count 1-2. Maloney was a big-time prospect coming up in the Phillies organization. 7 years ago, in July of 2007, he was traded on July 31st for Kyle Loesch in a straight-up deal. And Loesch is a good pitcher with the Brewers right now in their 5-man rotation. And Maloney made it to the show. He was in the big leagues from 09 to 11, and then again in 2012. Reds and Twins he split time with. 31 games in the show, 11 starts, 5-9 record, 5.74 ERA, 59 Ks, 18 walks, and 91 innings of work. The 1-2. Foul in the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. Maloney pitching is one of 7 ex-big leaguers on Somerset. Langerhans hitting, who grounded out to Maloney his first time up, is one of 11 ex-big leaguers on Sugar Land. So of the 50 active players in this game, 18 of them were once in the show. Nearly half. Pretty impressive. 1-0 Patriots lead, top third, 2 outs. The 1-2. Foul in the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. Maloney's trying to strike out the side. He got Medchill to whiff. He got Rocket swinging, and he's ahead in the count 1-2 here to the tough lefty, Ryan Langerhans. Langerhans was in the big leagues from 02 to 2013. Had 11 at-bats in the big leagues last October with the Blue Jays, the final weekend of the year. Went 3 for 11. The 1-2. Fastball away. Espino tried to frame it to no avail. Count 2-2. And Maloney feels comfortable in Somerset. One of his best friends in life is Daniel Herrera, a great relief pitcher on Somerset. And those two were teammates in the Reds organization and teammates in the big leagues when they were on the Reds in the late 2000s, playing under Dusty Baker. Maloney's had some big-time moments. He was the winning pitcher on July 1st. That was the night the Somerset Patriots clinched a first-half Liberty Division title. He married his high school sweetheart, Kaylee, who we have to give a shout-out to, who's watching and listening on SPN.TV and WCTC. So thanks for tuning in, Kaylee. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Matt Maloney strikes out the side. Medchill swinging, Rocket swinging, and Langerhans whiffing as well. through 2.5. 1-0. Patriots lead the Skeeters. Bottom of the third we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Everybody loves coupons. Now you can save money every day. Watch your mailbox for the big red, white, and blue money mailer envelope. Inside, you'll find valuable coupons to save lots of money on things you use every day. In the money mailer envelope, you'll find savings from your favorite local restaurants, plus savings on auto care and home repairs. Save on picture framing, house cleaning, hair care, tanning, massage, eye care, and more. There are even more money-saving coupons online. Visit moneymailer.com. Start saving now. To advertise, call 1-800-MAILER-1. 1-800-MAILER-1.
Come play with us! BSC has the only 4-level fantasy-themed laser tag arena in the country. Drop in for a game or book your next family fun outing and experience the best laser tag in New Jersey. Arcade games for all ages. Win tickets and take home great prizes just like the Shore. BSC also offers exciting party options in a fun and unique environment. Sports leagues, camps, and child development programs. BSC has something for everyone. Stop by and join the excitement.
Attention, Patriot fans. Bridgewater Diner is a proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Located at 1244 Route 22 in Bridgewater. It is just a foul ball away from the ballpark. Bridgewater Diner is a great place to meet and eat. Stop by the Bridgewater Diner before or after the game and enjoy great food and company. Visit NJ.com, the #1 source for news and information about New Jersey and our communities. From our schools to our streets, our city halls, high school sports and pro sports, small news, big news, true Jersey all the time at NJ.com. Mike Lawrence producing in our CTC headquarters, our tremendous broadcast venue crew producing for me in our SPN.TV headquarters just to my left. I am Justin Answell, live from the Fullerton.com press box. 1-0. Patriots lead the Skeeters, bottom of the third inning. The difference, a Jonny Tucker leadoff homer in the second pitch of the game. 9 1 and 2 hitters due up, starting with Scott Kelly, hitting 183, no homers, and 7 RBI. The 1-0. Popped up down the right field line. Count 1-1 here to the youngest member of the team at 23 years old. So there's 16-year age disparity between the oldest member, Darryl Ward, at 39, and the youngest member, Scott Kelly, at 23. That's what makes the Atlantic League so cool. You get youngsters who are just coming into their prime, and then you have savvy veterans like a Darryl Ward. Fastball away, count 2-1, and Kelly's just kind of been a sponge in the clubhouse this whole year. Made the team on the open tryout. He's just been absorbing information left and right, picking players' brains about how to run the bases, how to hold the bat, how to carry yourself off the field, how to eat right. This is all new to Scott Kelly. I mean, he just graduated college recently, went to a Division III college, the College of New Jersey. It'll be a 2-2 here to Kelly. Nobody out, nobody on, bottom third. Foul in the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. And Kelly's getting everyday reps because Edwin Masonette has been on the shelf the last month with a left wrist injury. It's just that next man up mentality. Kelly's taking advantage of an opportunity. And even Brian Barton was telling me last night, he said, you look at a guy like Scott Kelly, and you look in the box score, his batting average 183, but this guy, that 183 batting average, very deceptive. He makes hard contact. Soft grounder here to short, double clutch by Ramos. The throw to first, not in time. We'll see how they score that. Ramos did double clutch, but with Kelly's speed, he usually is able to leg out infield hits. And it is going to be an infield hit for Scott Kelly. So 1 on, nobody out. And here comes Jonny Tucker. Kelly is second on the team in steals. Kelly has 12 steals and 15 attempts. He is definitely a threat to go. But with Steve Hammond being a lefty, he does have a good pickoff move. And usually when there's a lefty pitcher, usually just try and go first move. Here's Tucker, who launched his second homer of the year. It was a leadoff shot to give Somerset a 1-0 lead. That's where we stand right now here in the home half of the third. A throw over to check on Kelly, nothing doing. Now you can bunt right now if you're Tucker. You can do a hit and run. You can let Kelly straight steal. This is when Jody has to put on his thinking cap. Another throw over to check on Kelly, nothing doing. The third baseman, Lambin, is in on the grass, maybe expecting a bunt. Now, a couple games ago, Tucker had first and second, nobody out. He bunted it right back to the pitcher, and the pitcher got the force out at third. It was not a good bunt. That was the last time Tucker bunted. That was Wednesday. Runner on the move, called strike, throw to second is going to be in time. He got him. Good throw by Travis Scott. On a bang-bang play, Kelly is out. Just the fourth time Kelly's been caught stealing this season. So one out, nobody on, 1-0 Patriots lead, bottom of the third. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification, the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. It'll be an 0-1, grounded in the third baseline foul, count 0-2. I don't mind the aggressive play right there. Somerset has been aggressive since Jody took over for Sparky Lyle on November 27, 2012. Look, put pressure on the defense. And these two teams are actually the two best defensive teams in the Atlantic League. The Skeeters have committed the fewest errors. The Patriots have committed the second fewest errors. The 0-2, outside, count 1-2. The ex-Skeeter Dominguez looms on deck. It'll be a 1-2. Long set for Hammond. Operates from the third base side of the hill. Kicks, deals. Fastball away. Count 2-2. Hammond has peaked at the AAA level. Fans getting into it here. Gorgeous weather. This homestand's been absolutely perfect. The 2-2. Up and away, 3-2. The weather's been so good. Both teams were able to take batting practice on the field before the game. It'll be a 3-2 count here to Tucker, who is second in the team in walks. He led the Atlantic League in walks last year with 67. The 3-2. Ripped down the right field line, tailing foul out of play. Corey Smith leads the team in walks with 50. In fact, he has the second most walks in the league at 50. Tucker has 41 walks in the season. A very pensive crowd on hand, hoping Somerset can go 33 games above 500, which would establish a new high water mark of the season. This team just continues to win ball games. Some fans even paint their faces for the game. They get intense. Low and in, he walked him. So Tucker works a walk. So Tucker's been aboard twice. So how big is that caught stealing now? Obviously, hindsight's 20/20. But you could have first and second, nobody out. Instead, it's 1-on-1 out. And here comes Dominguez, who had a little flare to second, his first time up. Jeff hit .277 with 8 homers and 48 RBI last year for Sugar Land. And he said he would have welcomed a return trip to Sugar Land, but Somerset was the first team to call him this summer. And so he joined forces with Jon Hunton and the Somerset Patriots. And boy, is everybody glad to have Dominguez on this team. He has 5 stolen bases in his last 2 ball games. This guy's hitting .395 in his last 10 games. Had the walk-off hit 48 hours ago. Hitting .318 on the season, a homer and 11 RBI. Plays a good second base. Runs well. High-character guy. I can't believe nobody had picked him up before July 18th. Low and in, count 1-0. And I asked Dominguez, we had him on the post-game show a couple games ago when he was the hero in the 11th inning. I said, is this weekend going to be emotional for you? And he kind of laughed. He said, you know, it's always going to be fun to see your old teammates and to see Gary Gaetti, who he really respected. But he's just going to treat this series like any other game. Throw over to check on Tucker, nothing doing. Then I asked him if he purposely signed with Somerset because Somerset swept the Skeeters last year in the postseason. So I told him if you can't beat him, join him, right? And he kind of laughed. He said it's just kind of funny it worked out that way, but that had no effect on his decision to come to Somerset, the fact that Somerset had swept them last year in the postseason. The 1-0. Up and in, 2-0, but Jeff's a real humble guy. You know, I also asked him in the post-game show, I said, what's a better day? He had 5 hits on Tuesday night's game when the Patriots won 14-2, which was a season high by a Patriot player this year, or is it better to hit a walk-off single? He said, you know what, Justin, as long as my team gets the win, if I go 0 for 4, 6 for 6, it doesn't matter. Hit a walk-off homer, walk-off grand slam, it doesn't matter. As long as my team wins, I'm happy at the end of the day in the clubhouse. Swing and a miss, count 2-1. I thought that was a really thoughtful answer. This is a team guy, a selfless guy. And that's what you need to be successful. That's why Somerset boasts the best record in the Atlantic League. It'll be a 2-1 here to Dominguez. This is a patient Somerset team. They have 356 walks, which is more than any other team in the Atlantic League this year. And you can't make mistakes against a great team like Somerset, because they're going to capitalize on errors, on free passes. 2-2 count, 1 out. 1-0 Patriots lead, bottom third. Tucker on first. The pitch to Dominguez, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Dominguez says he's not quite where he needs to be when he hits right-handed. He feels he's a real solid hitter left-handed right now because he just gets more reps because there's more righties in the league. He is a switch hitter, the only one on the team. So 2 outs, runner on first, and here comes Darryl Ward. Ward struck out in a check swing his first time up, hitting .282, 3 homers, and 17 RBI. We are going to have a couple interviews in the 5th inning. In the top of the 5th, I'll be joined by Kristen Clark, Special Olympics New Jersey participant. In the bottom of the 5th, I'll be joined by Josh Pressley, who signed a 1-day contract with Somerset earlier today and was in the starting lineup. He'll join me in the 5th. Busy day. Fastball up, count 1-0. We also filmed an episode of the Reporters Roundtable today with Somerset's outstanding beat writer Mike Ashmore from the Courier News, and we both flanked Josh Pressley. So that will be on SPN.TV within the next 48 hours. Throw over to check on Tucker, nothing doing. Josh Pressley was our pregame show guest if you watched us here on SPN.TV. So when you're a great player, you're going to get the royal treatment here. And that's exactly what Josh deserves. It'll be a 1-0 here to Darryl Ward. Tucker on first, 2 outs. Ground ball to second. Bobbled momentarily by Lambin. Has plenty of time, though, as he stays in front of it. Throw to first in time. Inning over. Through 3, 1-0 Somerset leads. Top of the 4th we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Hey there, can I help you?
Sorry.
Hi, we need a new family plan. How about 10 gigs of data to share and unlimited talk and text?
Oh, 10 gigs sounds pretty good.
Yeah, really good. And for a family of 4, it's $160 a month.
What? Get out of here.
Sorry, are we still doing the whisper thing, or?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Ooh.
We'll take it.
Introducing our best ever family pricing. For instance, a family of 4 gets 10 gigs of data with unlimited talk and text for $160 a month, only from AT&T.
Some of
Affinity Federal Credit Union, banking, investing, advising. Learn how you can buy something better at www.joinaffinity.com. A third of the way through this contest, Patriots hold a slim 1-0 lead. It will be Barden, Young, and Stevenhoa due up. 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Second time through. We'll see what adjustments Sugar Land can make against Matt Maloney, who has thrown 37 pitches through 3 scoreless innings. 31 of them have been for strikes. He's only thrown 6 balls in 3 innings. First pitch is what else? A strike. Count 0-1 here to Barden, who chopped it short his first time up. Brian Barden began the year with Southern Maryland. He really struggled with the Blue Crabs. This is a guy who needed a change of scenery. The 0-1 is up and away. Count 1-1. Barden in 30 games with Southern Maryland hit 131. In 51 games with Sugar Land is hitting 290. Wow. Got 160-point difference in his batting average. Ground ball to second on 3 hops. Scooped up by Dominguez. Sidearm throw to first. Barden's retired, and there's 1 away. Here comes a switch hitter, Delwyn Young. He will bat from the right side against the southpaw Matt Maloney. Delwyn Young has been playing well as of late. Young has 10 homers in the season. That's second most in the team. Only Nick Stavenhoa on deck has more homers with 13.
Number 24, Delwyn Young.
Delwyn Young is hitting .342 with 11 RBI in his last 10 ball games. Fastball inside, count 1-0. So Matt Maloney throws a ball. He must be human. Got a full moon beyond the dead center field wall. Fastball up, count 2-0. Somebody check Maloney's temperature. He's thrown 2 straight balls. 1-0 Patriots lead, 1 out, top of the 4th. Maloney's locked in right now. In for a called strike, count 2-1. Maloney's growing the mustache. And the whole pitching staff is growing this kind of awkward facial hair. Some people are sporting the handlebar mustache, the Wolverine sideburns. Maloney's rocking the stash. Ground ball to Barden. Backhands it. Throw across the diamond in time. 2 away. So how about Matt Maloney? Since giving up a single to Delwyn Young, he has retired 9 in a row. He has faced 1 over the minimum through 3 2/3 innings of play. Very efficient stuff from Maloney right now. And here comes Stavenhoa, the All-Star Game MVP. Matt Maloney's part of this dominant rotation. Stavenhoa lined out to the warning track his first time up. Breaking ball in for a called strike, 0-1. Gary Moran leads the team in wins with 10, which is second most in the league. Matt Zielinski started the All-Star Game. David Harden has allowed 1 run in 11 innings since signing. David Percy took a no-hitter into the 7th inning 2 starts ago. Liner to right field, caught by Montanez, inning over. 4 shutout frames from Matt Maloney, who's been very economical and effective. Through 3.5, 1-0 Somerset lead. Sugar Land, bottom 4 we go on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Somerville Aluminum is a full-service home remodeling company.
Our new state-of-the-art showroom provides our team with the tools they need to help you realize your dream home. Under one roof, you can touch and feel decking materials, check out our working shower display, or walk through our fully functional kitchen.
Seeing is believing, and we welcome you to visit us at our new location at 20 County Line Road, Branchburg, New Jersey.
We're always here for the homeowner. Be home assured with Somerville Aluminum.
From live sports and event streaming to creative and compelling commercial production, utilizing cutting-edge technology invented and refined over the past decade, Broadcast Venue specializes in guiding New Jersey through the digital age. Our customized, state-of-the-art mobile broadcasting unit allows for a versatile, uninterrupted broadcast to coincide with a crisp, clear picture that can be viewed on your phone, tablet, or computer. Broadcast Venue, the official broadcast provider of the Somerset Patriots.
Care Clinic's Access Center is open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. For more information, visit our website at www.carrierclinic.org. Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems, the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Somerset holds a 1-0 lead. It will be Wright, Monty, and Barden due up. Middle of the order, 3 righties coming up against the southpaw, Steve Hammond. Somerset looking for some insurance runs, although the way Matt Maloney's pitching, a 1-0 lead may be more than enough, as Maloney has only thrown 45 pitches, 36 strikes, and 9 balls. In 4 scoreless innings, he has faced just 1 over the minimum thus far. Here comes Ty Wright, who reached on an error by the first baseman, Delwyn Young, his first time up. Wright has raised his batting average about 50 points since July 1st, hit .373 in the month of July, which really helped him out. As the weather heats up, so is Ty Wright's bat. In for a called strike, count 0-1. And this has to be a bit emotional for Ty Wright. He's from the state of Texas, and he's playing the team from the state of Texas here in the Atlantic League. The 0-1. Pop up down the first baseline, foul. Count 0-2. Wright's very versatile. He can play right field, left field, first base. He's getting the DH duty today with Corey Smith getting an entire day off. Next half inning, I'll be joined by Kristen Clark. She's a participant here in the Special Olympics, New Jersey. There are over 500 Special Olympics athletes here at TD Bank Ballpark on this beautiful Saturday evening. Skied into center. Should be playable for Brian Barden. Takes a few steps back, corrals it, and there's one away. Here comes Luis Montanez. 5 of his 12 homers have come against Sugar Land. Monty's hitting .360 games. So a couple weeks ago we talked to Dave Reyes. He was of the Special Olympics. He was a softball player. And now we'll talk to Kristen Clark and pick her brain. She's won a couple medals, I've been told. Check swing grounder, foul behind home plate. Count 0-1 here to Luis Montanez. Luis Montanez is one of those guys you can pencil in to lead your team in home runs, batting average, and RBI every year. He just quietly puts up stellar numbers year after year after year. He is one of 3 former first-round draft picks in the Somerset Patriots, along with Corey Smith and David Percy, swing and a miss 0-2. And there's always big expectations when you're a first-round draft pick, particularly 3rd overall like Montanez was, and he's lived up to the hype. Made it to the big leagues from 2008 to 2011, splitting time with the Orioles and Cubs. The 0-2. Low and count 1-2. Monty is one of 114 Major League Baseball players to homer in their first ever Major League Baseball at bat. In fact, 2 of them are at the ballpark tonight. Montanez and Gary Gaetti. Gaetti accomplished that feat in the 80s. He homered in his first ever Major League Baseball at bat. So pretty cool. That's stuff you can only find out here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC. A blooper down the right field line, foul. 1-2 count, 1 out. 1-0 Patriots lead, bottom of the 4th inning. The difference, a Jonny Tucker homer to start this game. Leadoff shot for Jay Tucks. 2nd homer of the year. First leadoff homer since last year when he had a leadoff homer in Texas against Sugar Land. Ground ball softly at the second base. Lambin has it, throw to first in time, and there's 2 away. So here comes last night's hero, Brian Barden. I asked Brian Barden last night if there's an easy out in this order. He said there's really not. He said everybody just picks each other up. You know, we're playing loose, we're playing relaxed. And I think these guys are reacting instead of thinking. You know, just see the ball, hit the ball. They have a 6.5 game lead over Camden, the second half Liberty Division race to Somerset. I mean, they're on the verge of repeating as half division champions. And coming into this year, Somerset had not won a half division title in 4 years. They can win 2 in 1 year this year. Remarkable. It's a good day to eat some Domino's and some hot dogs, some peanuts, Cracker Jacks. You know, TD Bank Ballpark has great food. I hope people realize that. The 1-1. Foul behind home plate, count 1-2. But just phenomenal food. It'd be awful if you had a ballpark that just had terrible food. That's part of the reason why people come. The food is great. They got premium sausages. They have Grub Hut. They have a Build-A-Burger stand, soft pretzels. Cold soda, beer, the 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Through 4, 1-0 Patriots lead. Top of the 5th we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Hi.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, that's... Hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
People look at you
stare. They all stare. They point at you. They shout things. They make you feel different. It's fantastic.
Top of the fifth inning we go. 1-0 Patriots lead the Sugar Land Skeeters in the series opener between the men from Texas and the men from New Jersey. I am Justin Answell, live in the Fullerton.com press box, and joining me this half inning is the outstanding athlete, Kristen Clark, representing the Special Olympics here in New Jersey. Kristen, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
So tell us, what sports do you play in? And let's showcase your medals here, Kristen. Be proud of these medals. Look at these gold medals that Kristen's won.
I'm a multiple sport athlete, 2006 Hall of Famer. Just competed at the national games in the sport of swimming and took 2 golds, one in the 200-meter free and one in the 4x50 freestyle relay.
Wow. How often do you have to train to be a good swimmer? A lot?
A lot.
Wow. Where were the Special Olympics taking place in New Jersey? Here in Central Jersey? Was it a sports comp? Mercer? Very nice. So how many people did you beat out to win these medals here, Kristen?
Only 3 athletes.
And it's very impressive. 0-1 count here to Travis Scott. He hacks the pitch and he lines it in the left field line, foul 0-2. I know a lot of your friends and family are here today too, representing the Special Olympics here in New Jersey, right, Kristen?
Actually, I live at Bethel Ridge. It's a group home in Baskin Ridge. I wish my family was here, but they're not.
But there are other Special Olympics athletes here at TD Bank. That's
my entire swim team is here for the CY swim team.
Where are they sitting? Give them a shout out. What section are they in?
They're in section 213. Hey, CYs!
Very nice. Fly ball to right field, caught by Montanez. 1 away here in the top of the fifth. Patriots lead 1-0. I'm Justin Answell. I'm joined by Kristen Clark, a Special Olympics swimmer here representing the Garden State, showing off. How many gold medals do you got here? You're wearing both your gold medals
2.
right here? Look at this. This is nice stuff. You wear them every day? Brag and show.
I try. I actually teach gymnastics and clean equipment at my local YMCA.
Very, very nice. Do you go to a lot of Somerset Patriot games, Kristen? Are you a diehard Pats fan?
I am a Patriots fan. I love the Patriots. They're a great team. They're a fantastic team. They do a very good job. They do the best they can.
What's your favorite food at the ballpark, Kristen? There's so much good food here. I know swimmers have to bulk up and eat a lot of food. Michael Phelps eats a lot of food.
Well, in my case, it's usually pretzels or chicken fingers.
Oh, we should hang out. I love chicken fingers. Fly ball into right field, caught by Montanez. 2 outs, nobody on. 1-0 Patriots lead the Skeeters in the top of the fifth inning. I'm Justin Answell. I'm joined by Kristen Clark, a Special Olympics swimmer here in New Jersey. It's Special Olympics night here at TD Bank Ballpark. Who were some of your role models growing up? Did you like Michael Phelps?
Oh, I'm a huge Michael Phelps fan. But since I'm a gymnast and skater, I'm a big Scott Hamilton fan and Shannon Miller fan.
How about Apollo Antonono? You like him?
I love him.
You love him too? First pitch here is cranked on the third baseline, foul, count 0-1. So how many Patriot games have you been to in your life? Too many to count, you think?
But at least 3 or 4 games.
3 or 4 games. Any favorite moments you have at a Patriot game? Do you like the mascots, Sparky and Slider? They're really cool.
The mascots are great.
Yeah, they are. Did you get a photo with them today?
Especially Sparky and Lyle.
Oh, you like Sparky Lyle?
Yeah, he's cool.
You like his mustache?
Yeah.
0-1 count here. 2 outs, 1-0 Patriots lead, top of the fifth inning. I'm joined by Kristen Clark, an outstanding Special Olympics swimmer, a 2-time gold medalist. Michael Phelps better watch out. You're breathing down his back here, Kristen.
Well, actually, I have multiple medals in different sports, all colors of the rainbow.
Oh.
Over at least 300 medals.
Wow. 300 medals. Matt Maloney. He deserves a medal for the way he's pitched tonight. Only 1 hit through 4 2/3 innings. The 2-1 sails high. Count 3-1 here to Dominic Ramos, who grounded it to shortstop his first time up. So how many siblings you have?
I'm an only child.
Only child, wow.
I lost my father died before I was born. I never knew him, but close to 7 years ago, my mother, Pat Clark, had passed away with cancer.
I'm sorry about that. But I'm sure the group home that you live in is still a lot of fun, right?
Yes.
So how big is that group home?
We have a 1 floor, a basement, and 2 offices. It's a wonderful organization to be living with, and we have 2 managers that are fantastic. They're like wonderful people to be with. John and Linda. It's interesting that I live there is because I have friends that I knew for a very long time that live in the same place.
Is there a pool at the facility, too, for you to practice, or where do you practice? Where
I
do you go
wish
swimming?
there was a pool, but no. I actually practice at my local YMCA in basketball.
Very nice.
Where I work.
It'll be a 1-0 count with 2 outs. 1-0 Patriots lead top of the 5th inning. Dominic Ramos just walked on 5 pitches. The first base runner that Maloney has allowed since the first inning. Medchill smacks one foul behind home plate. You excited for the fireworks tonight here, Kristen?
I am very excited about the fireworks. They're beautiful. Great display. We may see them in the car, but that's okay.
Oh, you may beat the traffic and leave early?
We might.
We
don't know yet.
Well, it's a win-win situation. It's always good to beat the traffic. It's always good to stay for the fireworks as well. You can listen to the game on your radio in the car as well, so it's a win-win situation. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Count 1-2. Did you see General Admission, the mascot, the guy waving the American flag? Did you like him?
He's cool. I got his autograph.
Oh, you got his autograph. Very nice. What did he sign, a baseball? Did he sign one of your medals?
Actually, no, he signed an autograph book.
Oh, very nice. You can come tomorrow and you can get autographs from all the players on Sunday. Slider away, count 2-2. So how far away do you live from TD Bank Ballpark?
Basking Ridge.
Okay, so it's not too far away,
No.
maybe 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Lefty on lefty matchup here. 2 outs, runner on first. 1-0. Patriots lead the Skeeters top of the 5th inning. Medchill struck out swinging his first time up. So when are the next Special Olympics games here, Kristen? When's the next time you're going to be competing for more medals?
Next year in 2015 down at the Trenton College of New Jersey, sometime in May.
Very nice. The 2-2. Foul in the netting behind home plate. So you mentioned you like the freestyle. You ever try the butterfly? That's pretty tough.
I actually did the 25 butterfly once, and I think I came in second.
Excellent. That's the toughest stroke, I think. The breaststroke's pretty cool. That's probably my favorite. I think that's the easiest. You know, you're like a little fish swimming.
My strongest stroke is the backstroke.
You like the backstroke? That takes good balance and strength. It'll be a 2-2 count here with 2 outs. Runner on first. 1-0 Patriots lead top of the 5th. The breaking ball is hit to second base. Fielded by Dominguez. Throw to first in time. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Patriots lead. Kristen Clark from the Special Olympics in New Jersey. Continued success. May you win many, many more medals.
I will. Thank you so very much. It's been an honor, and I'm glad I got a chance to do this.
Thanks so much, Kristen. We'll be back with more Bottom 5 next on ESPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Hey, do you know where Dean from Fullerton is?
View our full inventory of new Ford cars and trucks online at Fullerton.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Somerset holds a 1-0 lead. Lower third of the order to up, Harold-Check, Espino, and Kelly against the southpaw Steve Hammond. I am Justin Answell, live from the Fullerton.com press box, and joining me is the star of today, Josh Pressley, who signs a one-day contract to retire as official member of the Red, White, and Blue. Josh, congratulations on the big honor.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Take me through today. You got to be in the starting lineup, and then Brett Jody and Sparky Lyle, 2 of your best friends, gave you a big hug.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. It was something that they had talked about. They came to me and asked me if it was something I wanted to do, and I immediately jumped on it. I just incredibly humbled that they would think enough of me to do something for me like that, and having Brett and Sparky out there for everything we did together. It was really a special moment.
Harold-Check loops one to left center field for a base hit. So 1 on, nobody out. 1-0 Patriots lead, bottom of the 5th inning. Did you tell Brett, hey, let me take an inning in the field? I can still pick it. You're in great shape. Maybe getting it bat in the bottom of the first?
No. I you know, I'm done. I'm done being out there. I let these guys do what they do best. You know, it was kind of Brett's idea. He ran it by me, and you know, I didn't want to take away from what they're doing and what they're trying to accomplish. So you know, it was something that Brett and Sparky really wanted me to do, and Steve Califer came to me and asked me, and like I said, incredibly humble that they would think of me to do it. But you know, I don't want to take away from these guys and what they're trying to accomplish, and let them, you know, pass it on. Let them do what they're doing now.
15 minutes before the game, you were honored right behind home plate. There was a tremendous video tribute on the scoreboard. What do you think of that? That bring back a lot of memories. Mark did a great job of making that.
Mark did an unbelievable job. You know, I mean, Somerset is such a first-class organization, and you know, everything they do, they put a lot of time and effort into. It was great. A lot of chills, a lot of memories. You know, just brought back a lot standing there next to Brett and Sparky. You can almost, you know, relive the pitch, relive the at-bats, because I do remember a lot of those specifically. So it was really, really cool to see.
Runner on first, nobody out. Espino at the plate. It's a hit and run. Served into right field for a base hit. A perfectly executed hit and run as Carroll checks on a coast into third. Spencer's waving him around third. The play at the plate will not be made. It's cut off in the infield. It's an RBI double for Damaso Espino. Just his 5th extra base hit of the season, and the Patriots lead 2-0 here in the 5th. This looks like old Pats baseball right now when you and Nettles and Hagan and Anderson were in your prime.
Yeah, getting around the bases. I remember Espino, actually, I played with him about 10 years ago. And we saw each other, ran into each other, did a double check, kind of looked, said, hey, don't we know each other? So it's good to see him. I haven't seen him in a long time.
That was Espino's 46th hit of the year, just his 5th extra base hit of the season. So runner on second, nobody out. Patriots lead 2-0 in the 5th. Here comes Scott Kelly. Maybe he thinks about bunting right now. Josh Pressley, one of the most historic Patriots of all time, hit .308 in 5 All-Star years, smacked 96 homers, drove in 378 RBI. You still keep in touch with some of those teammates that I just mentioned?
A lot of them, yeah. We do. You know, Matt Hagan, Joe Burke, Nettles, Vito, Casey, all the guys. You know, Belch. We all keep in touch. We all you know, exchange a text here and there throughout the days. You know, I think we all have our days where we kind of reminisce and reach out to each other. It was a really tight group, and you know, we had the luck. We were lucky enough to be able to play together for, you know, that extended period of time, and really became like family.
It'll be an 0-1 count here to Scott Kelly. Long set for Hammond. Kelly shows bunt, pulls back low and in, count 1-1. Now, when you signed your contract on the table right behind home plate about 15 minutes before the game, I saw Mr. Califer throw, what, a 20? Or was that a 50, 100? Probably Mr. Califer's throwing 100 on the table. You better have picked that up. If you didn't, I'll take it.
I was joking around with Pat. I said, man, I didn't even have time to negotiate this deal. You're trying to slide one in on me. No, you know, Mr. Califer is top-notch. You know, all starts with him and what he does here for us. You know, I mean, he makes it as close to the big leagues as you can possibly get. And just he really brings us in and makes us a part of this family, everybody that comes here. You know, and it starts with him. He's just a first class guy, and it translates all the way down throughout the organization.
Did you intentionally pick this day because you're playing your also other former team, Sugar Land, or was it just coincidental, Josh?
They gave me a couple of dates, and I reached out to Gary and said it'd be great to see you guys also. You know, I've got a bunch of really good friends on that team too. We spent some long seasons together, and Gary was great. They gave me an opportunity to play.
Damaso Espino steals third base. Wow, a catcher steals third on a failed bunt attempt by Scott Kelly. So 2-1 is the count. Runner on third. 2-0 Patriots lead. Bottom of the 5th inning. I'm Justin Ansel. I'm joined by Josh Pressley, who signs a one-day contract with the Somerset Patriots to retire as a member of the Red, White, and Blue. Josh won 2 Atlantic League titles with Somerset in 2008, 2009. You still watch those YouTube video clips like once a day in your office?
I wouldn't say once a day, maybe every other day. You know, we still send them to each other every once in a while, and you know, it's now that the memories and the talks get a little bit more heightened, and the legend grows a little more with those two teams every time we start messing around with each other, but.
Ground ball up the middle for a base hit for Scott Kelly. It's an RBI single. 3-0 Patriots lead. Back-to-back-to-back hits strung together by the bottom of the order. You're good luck, Josh.
Just trying to get some wins still.
So Patriots now lead 3-0, runner on first, nobody out. Here's the top of the order, starting with Jonny Tucker. And I thought, Josh, it was fitting that Tucker hit a leadoff homer the night that you officially retire as a Somerset Patriot, because you kind of closed the door on one dynasty. And I think Tucker's an integral part. You know Tucker. You've known him for a long time. I think he's a big part of the team since 2012 and this year's kind of dynasty and this era's dynasty. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, he's a spark plug, playing against him for the last 2 years. And I've known him for a long time, a fellow Florida Gator. He's an unbelievable player, but really brings an energy. A lot of fun to watch. I always really respected playing against him, and we always were hoping that we'd get to play together someday, and we just missed each other just barely. But yeah, it's great to see him carrying on the tradition that so many of us have tried to build here.
Fastball up and away. Count 1-0 Tucker. 3-0 Patriots lead. Bottom of the fifth inning. We're joined by Josh Pressley, who a couple years ago was tabbed the second greatest Patriot of all time by the fans, media, and our front office staff in our top 15 Patriots countdown. Josh started the game at first base and was replaced by Darryl Ward and received a standing ovation from the capacity crowd on hand of well over 7,000 here at the Jewel of the Atlantic League. It'll be a 1-0 here to Jonny Tucker, who's been on base twice, a homer and a walk. You still watch games on ESPN.TV or check in on 1450 WCTC? You don't have to say yes because I'm here.
No, I legitimately do, actually. I watch replays, and every morning I check the box scores. It's tough, not to after so many great years here.
Hit and run, swung on a miss, throw to second is going to be in time. Second time this game that Kelly has been caught stealing. So there's one out, nobody aboard. Tucker's at the plate. Patriots lead 3-0 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Let's flash back to last September, Josh. You actually got to play against your former team in the postseason. I know Sugar Land was swept, but what was that experience like?
It was kind of strange, different, playing here in a playoff scenario, being on the other side. I mean, we're all competitors, and, definitely going out there and competing. And we had a very fun team last year, a lot of really close friends on the team, but seeing Brett over on the other side, kind of mixed emotions, mixed feelings, but it was fun. It was a great series, two very good teams that have battled all year long, and it was really we ended up getting swept, but it was really a one-run game.
3 one-run games that Hunton saved.
They were all great games, and I think we were really very evenly matched teams, and it was fun playing against the guys all year long.
What do you think of Corey Aldridge last postseason? I know he's a good friend of yours.
Yeah, I've seen Corey do that for a long time, so it wasn't surprising to watch. But man, he gets hot. He's pretty much unstoppable, and he got hot right at the right time.
He had 2 homers in Game 1 of that division series. He had 3 in one game against the Ducks, including a walk-off. He was spectacular. 2-2 count here, 1 out. Jonny Tucker at the plate. 3-0 Patriots lead, bottom 5. Fastball up and away, 3-2. So you're working in construction with your best friend, your dad, right now, right in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, working in a family business. Actually, if I could, I want to say hello to my mom and
Please,
dad.
Let's do it.
My parents were planning on coming up, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, they couldn't. So definitely say hi to my mom, and thank them. I mean, without them, none of this would have ever been possible. They were my biggest support growing up, and I just want to thank them for everything and say hello to them back home.
Definitely. Thanks so much, Mr. and Mrs. Pressley, for raising a fine young man like Josh Pressley. Now, Tucker just hit one down the third base line. I thought it crossed the bag. Spencer is arguing vehemently. Now, Jody's out to protect his player. You got to like Brett. You know him for a long time. He's a player's manager. He's going to protect his guy if Tucker thinks that ball was fair.
Yeah, he's got a hot streak in him. He's for that slow southern drawl when he's in the clubhouse, but you get him out and get him fired up. He can get after it, and that's what players love, knowing that your manager's always got your back and he's going to come out there and argue for you and fight for you every day. And he's first class, just like the entire organization.
You were on the Sugar Land Skeeters team last year that set an Atlantic League regular season record for most wins in a single season in '95. If this year's Somerset Patriots team goes 30-10 in the final 40 games, they would amass 96 wins, which would break Sugar Land's regular season record. What do you think? I think it's pretty plausible. This team's pretty good.
It could happen. It could always happen. That's doing a lot of work. I mean, that's a lot of wins, and it's not easy. You got to, both those teams, the 2009 team that I was on that set the record, and then last year's team, you got to get a lot of things to break your way in one-run games. I mean, that's a lot of wins, and it also kind of the pressure starts to mount a little bit, but it's something fun to chase. I know playing in this league, you clinch the first half. The good teams are always looking for something to go after, and And these guys, I could tell just being in the clubhouse, they're a competitive bunch. And if they got something to go after, that wins record, you know, gives you a little extra reason to go out there and play every day when you've already clinched a playoff spot.
Josh, you're a big guy, 6'6", 240. Ever think about playing tight end? Every time you come to the plate, I thought you looked like a tight end. You look like Rob Gronkowski out there.
No, I was a basketball guy.
You basketball?
Yeah,
okay.
Basketball guy, basketball, baseball.
Did the bat feel like a toothpick in your hands? Because it just seems so small. You're such a big, strong guy.
There were a lot of days it felt like a sledgehammer, you know, playing 140 games in 145, 50 days. But now, you know, we all get our work in here. And the great thing about this league is it's just a baseball players league. You know, everybody here, to be here, you got to love the game, coming out here every day, being in front of the fans, and just playing pure baseball, and that's what makes it fun and makes it easy to come out here that many times.
I'm sure you don't miss sleeping in La Quinta Inns now in the summer, right? Get your own bed with your wife.
It's amazing the things that you used to complain about, that once you're out of the game you miss a little bit.
You appreciate it more when you don't have it anymore?
Yeah, but I'm sure I can always go find a La Quinta somewhere if I wanted to.
Fastball up, count 3-1, 2 outs, 3-0 Patriots lead, bottom of the fifth. This is your former teammate from last year, Jeff Dominguez. He's playing well with Summers. So what kind of guy is he?
Great guy. Domo is awesome. You know, probably some of the best hair in the league. But he's a clutch player. You know, just one of those guys, like I said, just a baseball player, knows how to play the game. Don't have to tell him to do much. Going to get the bunt down when he has to. Going to get good jumps, steal bases. I can't tell you how many clutch hits he got last year for us when we needed a runner or when we needed a big hit. You know, he's the kind of guy that's very similar to Tuck. That's just always in the middle of everything.
He's a switch hitter too, which you just have to love. And Darryl Ward's on deck. You know, Ward can go oppo. You went oppo a fair share amount of times too. You're not just a dead pull guy. How important is going opposite field in baseball?
I mean, I think it's very important, especially for left-handed hitters. It's something that I learned later on, actually, from Corey. The first time Corey Aldridge and I played together, we picked each other's brains a little bit, and he and I would work on it in batting practice. That's where I first kind of learned how to do it and learned how to work. But Darryl Ward, I mean, I've watched him hit for a long time. He's a true just a professional hitter. Now, he's going to give you a big league at bat every time he's up there, and he knows what he's doing. He's a very mental, very cerebral hitter, and from another player's standpoint, it's really enjoyable watching him hit all the time.
And Darryl Ward digs in after Dominguez coaxes a walk. So 1 on, 2 outs, 3-0 Patriots lead. They scored 2 runs in this inning, being an RBI double by Espino and an RBI single by Scott Kelly. 3-0 Somerset leads. Here's the big lefty Ward. He takes a first pitch in for a called strike. Count 0-1 as they have the shift on Ward here. The shortstop is behind the second base bag, and the third baseman is at shortstop. Lefty on lefty matchup. Did Aldridge tell you about the bat angles? Was he really into that and video film work?
Yeah, we did some of that. We worked angles a little bit, staying inside the ball, staying behind the ball, things like that.
It'll be an 0-1 here to Darryl. And he drills this one opposite field to deep left center field. Going back is Langerhans. Warning track. He makes the catch. Just when we're talking about lefties going oppo, yep. It's like these guys watch SPN.TV in the batter's box. Well, Josh, continued success in the second stage of your career. It's been a pleasure to get to see you on Sugar Land. I've heard so many great things about you when you played for Somerset. And enjoy the Sunshine State with your beautiful wife and family.
I am. Right now I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of the game with my wife and give her a hug for supporting me for so long, too, through this.
That's Josh Pressley. I'm Justin Answell. 3-0 Patriots lead. Top 6 next here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
On your mark, get set, go! All right, fans, let's welcome in. Oh, come on, guys, stand up. Our team way halfway through. Here we go, bud. Here's your shirt.
Hey, all right, we're back.
Hey fans, it's now time for the TD Bank fan of the game. Slider is running down the third base line right now. He's going to give a TD Bank prize back to the loudest fan, so make some noise. The loudest fans going home with the prize. It looks like Slider's got one.
Alrighty.
There it is, the TD Bank fan of the game. TD Bank, the proud sponsor of over 15 years of family fun here at TD Bank Ballpark.
Okay.
Number 2, Michael Rocket.
HealthQuest is the official sponsor of the Somerset Patriots. HealthQuest sponsoring Somerset since 1998. Be safe behind the wheel by avoiding distractions with your control. Don't text or talk on your cell phone while you're driving. It's dangerous against the law. This message is brought to you by NJM Auto Insurance. Well, it's been a very eventful game thus far. 5 innings, 3-0 Patriots lead. Top of the 6th inning we go. Back to baseball for here on out, as Maloney has only allowed 1 hit through 5 innings. He will face Rocket, Langerhans, and Barden due up. So great stuff from Kristen Clark in the top of the 5th. Great stuff from Josh Pressley in the bottom of the 5th. I'm exhausted. In for a called strike. Count 1-2 here to Michael Rocket, who struck out swinging his first time up. Maloney has only allowed 2 base runners all game. A single to Delwyn Young in the 1st, and he's walked Ramos in the 5th. The 1-2. Ground ball to 3rd, fielded by Barden, the short hop. Throw across the diamond. High, but caught by Ward, who falls back on the bag, and there's 1 away. It's time for the Nissan scoreboard update, brought to you by Nissan Innovation that Excites. Choose Nissan.com. Well, the Ducks are up 1-0 on the Revolution in the top of the 8th inning. The Fish lead the Sharks 3-0 in the 8th inning, and the Crabs are up 4-3 on the Stormers in the 7th inning. The Yankees were shut out by the Indians 3-0. Derek Jeter passed Honus Wagner for 6th in the all-time hit list, and the Mets and Phillies are scoreless in the 4th. That is your Nissan scoreboard update. So 3-0 Patriots lead, top of the 6th inning. This ball is hit to deep right field. Going back is Montaneff. Is it fair? It's gone. It is going to be gone. It's a homer by Ryan Langerhans. He hits a hanging breaking ball to deep right. It's his 10th homer of the year, tied for second most in the team. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Patriots lead in the 6th. That is just the second hit of the ball game for Sugar Land. They made that one count. 3rd time through the order. Maybe they're making some adjustments against Matt Maloney.
Center fielder Brian Barton.
In for a called strike, count 0-1. So solo homer by Langerhans makes the score 3-1. Foul behind home plate, count 0-2. Count here to Brian Barden, who went to the University of Miami, where he was an aerospace engineering major. This guy is a rocket scientist, literally. Smart man. Received a full academic scholarship to play baseball at the U. It'll be an 0-2 with 1 out. 3-1 Patriots lead. Liner into right center field. Tucker on the run. He is going to make a slide. Away from Brian Barden. Oh my. Jonny Tucker flashing some serious leather right there. And Matt Maloney certainly appreciates that. A well-struck ball in right center field, but Tucker ranges out in right center to make the catch. So 3-1 Patriots lead, 2 outs, top 6. And here comes Delwyn Young. The breaking ball is in for a called strike, count 0-1. Young is 1 for 2. Young, an ex-big leaguer with the Dodgers and Pirates from 06 to 2010. He's from Los Angeles, and he was drafted by his hometown team, the Dodgers, in the 4th round of the 2002 draft at a high school. So that'd be pretty surreal for Delwyn Young, who grew up going to Chavez Ravine and Dodger games, and then he was drafted by his hometown team. What are the odds? The 1-1. Foul behind home plate, count 1-2. He made it to the show with the Dodgers, but spent a little time with the Pirates as well. Has 17 career big league homers. The 1-2. Inside, count 2-2 here. Matt Maloney is only at 74 pitches thus far. The 2-2 Ground ball to short, fielded by Kelly, who already has an RBI single today. Throw to first in time, inning over through 5.5. 3-1, Somerset leads. Bottom 6 we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
When you call Weltman Home Services, you'll be greeted by a live, professional, and friendly voice ready to listen to your concerns. It doesn't matter if you call at 6 a.m. or 10 p.m. We're here to help 7 days a week with no overtime charges, including Saturdays and Sundays. Our representatives will take the time to match your issue with the perfect licensed technician who is an expert in his field and has the knowledge it takes to fix your problem right, the first time. Before your appointment, our dispatcher will call you to make sure you're home to meet the Weltman technician. Our technician will then assess your unique situation and will thoroughly review your options, and once you approve the work and the price, we can get started right away. And it doesn't end there. After your call, we'll follow up with an email so you can provide a review of your service. We're confident that you will be happy with our service, and we guarantee we'll make it right if you're not. Don't wait. Call Weltman Home Services at 888-WELTMAN or visit us on the web at weltmanhomeservices.com. Weltman Home Services. Service you can trust since 1962.
If you haven't purchased a new heating or cooling system for many years, you may be unaware that purchasing one of today's high-efficiency systems from Go Leary will not only lower your utility bills, but comes with other financial incentives. Convenient financing with rates as low as 0%.
For comprehensive eye examinations, contact lens and eyeglass, call 908-685-0794 for the Bridgewater Optometric Center in Pearl Vision. PNC is proud to support the Somerset Patriots. Stop by your local PNC branch or visit us at pnc.com to see how we can help you achieve PNC for the Achiever in You. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Well, 3-1, Patriots lead. Bottom of the 6th inning we go. It will be Wright, Montanez, and Barden due up. So Somerset has RBIs from Espino, Kelly, and Tucker. Langerhans' homer is responsible for the lone run for the Skeeters. Maloney is just at 75 pitches through 6 innings of 2-hit, 1-run ball. He's definitely coming back out for a few more innings. Sugar Land has made a call to the bullpen. They are going to take out the lefty Steve Hammond, and they are going to bring in the righty Ramon Delgado. So Ramon Delgado will come in and pitch. He's a 6'3", 195-pound righty from Arizona, has peaked at the AAA level. First pitch to right is in for a called strike, count 0-1. Numbers for Delgado on the season: 3-2, 3.46 ERA, 30 games, 2 starts, 41.2 innings pitched, 44 hits allowed, 43 Ks, 14 walks. The 0-1, up and in, count 1-1. So in the pregame show we talked about this game would be low scoring because both pitchers came into this game with top 10 ERAs in the Atlantic League. Hammond 5th best at 3.37, Maloney 7th best at 3.43, and it's living up to the hype. A 3-1 ball game heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. Somerset on top. Cue shot to first, fielded by Young. He'll step in the bag himself for the unassisted putout as Wright's retired. There's one away. Here comes Luis Montanez, who's 0 for 2. Grounder to short, grounder to second.
Number 2, Luis Montanez.
Montanez hits .414 with 5 homers and 12 RBI against Sugar Land this season. And I was actually talking with Corey Smith a couple months ago because Smith owns the Bluefish this year, and I asked him, I said, is it normal in baseball for a player just have one particular team that he owns? Ground ball to third, doesn't own Sugar Land on this at bat. Throw across the diamond is made 2 away. And Smith said, you know what? Yes, because I've been in this game for a real long time, over 15 years playing professional ball, and it seems like every year there's just this one team that I feel like people can dominate. For Smith, it's Bridgeport. For Montanez, it's Sugar Land. Although the numbers don't reflect that tonight as Monty's 0 for 3. Here's Barden, who's 0 for 2. He hit the walk-off 2-run home run last night. 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom of the 6th inning. If Somerset can just score one more run, you'd feel real confident. Because this team is 57-7 when they score 4 runs or more, but 9-27 when they score 3 runs or fewer. It'll be a 1-0. Foul behind home plate, count 1-1.
Brennan to customer service. Denise Brennan, please report to customer service.
Barden, 33 years old, the third oldest member. The 1-1. Low and away. Count 2-1 here to Brian Barden. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-1 Patriots lead. Bottom of the 6th inning. Ground ball weakly at the third. Charging in his Lambert on the infield grass. Fires across the diamond well in time. Inning over. Scoreless 1-2-3 relief work frame from Ramon Delgado through 6. 3-1 Patriots lead. Top 7 we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. BRB. Reps Fitness, Santa Fe.
Hey fans, get out your phones. It's 7th inning selfie time. Post your 7th inning selfie now using hashtag
Okay.
and hashtag 7th inning selfie for a chance to win a set of 4 Patriots tickets. 7th inning selfie, hashtag
Reps Fitness Supply. The Ultimate Fitness Store wants to pump you up. From treadmills to home gyms, Reps has it all at the guaranteed lowest price with no money down, no payments or interest for 6 months. Why wait? Experience Reps' huge 5,000 square foot showroom on Route 22 East in Somerville today and save. Santa Fe is an integrated global healthcare leader with U.S. headquarters in Bridgewater, New Jersey. We work to prevent and treat the diseases we know about today as well as those we may face tomorrow. The 76th pitch thrown by Matt Maloney is in for a called strike. Count 0-1. 3-1 Patriots lead. Top of the 7th inning. Maloney has been economical, efficient, and effective. He's been stellar. By far his best outing of the season. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Count 0-2. Stay tuned for the Flemington Department Store post-game show after the game. We'll have some highlights from this one. We'll look ahead to Game 2 of this 3-game set tomorrow, which is at 5:05. We'll give out some thank yous that you love so much, and we'll also have a player of the game interview if the Patriots hold in the win. And as of right now, that player of the game is going to be Matt Maloney. We've yet to talk to M-squared this year, the savvy southpaw. He's throwing a gem. His lone mistake was a hanging breaking ball to Ryan. He's allowed 2 hits and 1 run through 6 innings of solid work. It'll be a 1-2 to Stavin Hoa, the All-Star Game MVP. Takes a fastball up, count 2-2. And Somerset would love for Maloney to go deep. I mean, they have played extra inning ball games the last 2 nights, so the bullpen has been taxed. Played 11 innings on Thursday, and they play 10 innings on Friday. I'm all confused because this game starts on a Saturday. The series starts on a Saturday. There you see the bullpen mafia. If you're watching on SPN.TV, those guys are relaxed out there. They look like they're on the beach in Hawaii. Look at Donahue in the middle there with his hands across his head. Lee Hyde's crossing his legs. They're bored out there. I'm sure they're gladly taking off today. That's a good shot right there. The 2-2 is fouled and is swung on and missed, and foul. Maybe it's foul tipped in the middle of Espino. Nonetheless, it's a strikeout. And there's 1 away here in the 7th. Patriots lead 3-1. Here's Travis Scott, who popped up to short, and he also popped up to right. His first 2 times up. So Maloney tallies his first K since striking out the side in the 3rd inning. And I think the fact that Maloney does not have a lot of strikeouts has helped his pitch count, because if you're a strikeout pitcher, you know, it takes a lot of pitches to strike someone out. Very rare you would strike out someone on 3 pitches. So sometimes it's almost better to not be a strikeout pitcher because you can last longer into games, especially on a night when your bullpen really needs some rest. It'll be a 1-0 here to Scott. In for a called strike. Count 1-1, 1 out. 3-1 Patriots lead, top of the 7th. Beautiful night to just lounge in the lawn seating area here at TD Bank Ballpark. 80 degrees and gorgeous. We'll have fireworks after the game. The 1-1. Fouled off the front foot of Scott, and it ricochets to the second baseman, Dominguez. But if it hits you in the box, it's an automatic dead ball foul. And the count is 1-2. But it's been a busy homestand here with the Somerset Patriots. It's been a fun homestand. This team is just firing on all cylinders right now. There's not a weak point on this ball club. It'll be a 1-2 here to Travis Scott, who grew up in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Diehard Green Bay Packers fan. It'll be a 1-2 to Scott, big lefty. Pulls an outside pitch through the right side for a base hit, past the diving Ward. So now the tying run's coming to the plate, and here comes Chase Lambin. So just like that, the Skeeters have the tying run to the plate. So Maloney had allowed just 1 hit through 5 innings. He's given up 2 hits the last inning and a third. A homer and now a single. And here comes Chase Lambin, who began his college tenure at the University of Texas, and he transferred to the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Why would you ever transfer from the University of Texas? It's one of the best schools in the country. To be in Austin, Texas, play for Augie Garrido, a Hall of Famer. Fastball up and in, count 1-0. But everybody has their reasons for transferring. Maybe he wanted to be closer to home. Maybe he wasn't getting enough playing time. But you got to be pretty bold to want to transfer from Texas, I feel. Fantastic school. Both academically and athletically. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count, 1 out. Matt Maloney, his 2 favorite sports teams are the Cleveland Browns. He loves the Cleveland Browns. He's all into the Johnny football hype this year, and he also loves the Ohio State Buckeyes. His high school sweetheart, who he's now married to, Kaylee, went to Ohio State. Maloney went to Ole Miss, but he's still a diehard Buckeyes fan. Hit deep down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is going to be caught at the warning track by Corey. No, he drops the ball, and it's going to be foul territory. It was very tough for me to tell. Harold Check's wearing white. The sign is white, and the ball is white. And it looked like he came up with the ball. Then it ricocheted off the Sinesta sign and deep in the corner. And he touched it in foul territory, so it's an automatic foul ball. So a break for the Somerset Patriots. The bullpen of Sugar Land is demonstrative. They think that ball was fair, that Harold Check touched that ball in fair territory, then it trickled into foul territory. You know, it's very tough for me to see deep in that corner, particularly when Harold Check's wearing a white jersey and the sign is white as well. It's probably tough for the umpire to see as well. But I think it hit the Sinesta sign, and Harold Check did indeed touch that ball in foul territory, so a good call by the home plate umpire, Tony Sania. So it's just a loud, violent strike. Harold Check maybe could have caught that ball, but instead it's a 1-2 count with 1 out, runner on first. 3-1 Patriots lead, top of the 7th. And Maloney also loves the Ohio State Buckeyes. Like I was just saying, that's where his wife went. Big fan of Urban Meyer. This ball's launched to deep left field. Drifting back is Harold Check at the warning track. He catches this one and makes the catch. Staying at first will be Scott. So a couple long fly balls to left. 1 to foul territory, 1 to the warning track as Lambin is finally retired. Here's Ramos. Maloney only has issued 1 walk. It was to Dominic Ramos in that 5th inning. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification, the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. Low and in, 1-0. Runner on first, 2 outs. 3-1, Patriots lead the Skeeters. Top of the 7th. Cue shot on the first base line. This ball may hook fair. Ward is going to will that ball foul. 1-1 count here to Ramos, who's been an all-star the last 2 seasons here in the Atlantic League. 3-1 Patriots lead the Skeeters. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Runner on first. It'll be a 1-1. In for a called strike, count 1-2. Maloney is at 92 pitches right now. The throw is 93rd. There is some stretching getting loose in the Patriot pen deep down the right field line. Tying run at the plate. Patriots nursing a 2-run lead. The 1-2, it's served into center field. Tucker on the run. He's going to play it on a hop. First and second now, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Here comes Neil Medchill. So Maloney had allowed 2 hits the first 6 innings total. He's allowed 2 hits in this 7th inning alone. He could be tiring here. And now Espino wants to have some words here with Maloney. They probably want to go through the secondary signs. And now Corey Domel is going to come out and have a mountain visit here with Matt Maloney. Now remember, the new Atlantic League rules came into play 8 days ago, Friday, August 1st. And it states that one of the new 5 rules is that a team is only allowed 3 mound visits for the entire game. And this is going to be one of them. Now a mound visit does not count if it's an injury visit or if it's a pitching change. A mound visit is just deemed a pump-up talk, like when the pitching coach comes out and settles down the pitcher and brings the infield in. So this counts as one of Somerset's 3 mound visits. They'll have 2 more the rest of the way, and they have to use them wisely. Sugar Land is yet to make a mound visit. Looks like Matt Somo is warming up deep down the right field line. The ex-Bridgewater Bluefish, the sidearm righty, is warming up. Lee Hyde is loosening up as well. Hunton on standby. He could pitch the 9th inning if need be. So here comes Neil Medchill. The mound visit is over. 3-1 Patriots lead, top 7, 2 outs. And this ball smacked into deep center field. Going back is Tucker. He makes the catch of the warning track. Oh, an athletic play from Jonny Tucker. He's been just dynamite in center tonight. Through 6.5, 3-1 Patriots lead the Skeeters. Get up and stretch your extremities if you're watching or listening on your couch at home. Bottom 7, Somerset leads 3-1 on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Are you ready for some family fun? Have a ball with everyone. It's a slamming hit. Come on, get patriotic.
Don't miss great baseball, food, games, giveaways, and more with the Somerset Patriots. It's fun, affordable, and close by at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. So round up the kids and grab your cap and your glove.
It's a slamming hit. Come on, get patriotic.
Okay. We know you got to rock your star from Monday morning to Sunday night. That's why Superguts is open 7 days a week. Your schedule is our priority, so we're open most evenings. No appointments necessary. Check out superguts.com to find your nearest Superguts to rock the cut wherever you want. Supercuts, a cut above the rest. The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. Well, we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Somerset leads 3-1. Harold Check will get things going. Maloney is at 94 pitches through 7 innings of work. Would they bring him back out for the 8th? We'll have to find out when we get there. First, we have to finish the bottom of the 7th inning. Lower third of the order due up. It was Harold, Espino, and Kelly who tallied 3 consecutive hits, part of that 2-run 5th inning, and those 2 runs are the difference in this 3-1 ball game. And it was fitting that all 2 of those runs came when Josh Pressley was in the booth with me in the 5th. And this ball is bunted right in front of home plate. Scott picks it up, throw to first in time. 1 away. Harold trying to bunt his way on via a single, but does not work out. 1 pitch, 1 out here, as Delgado remains in the game. 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom 7, 1 out. Here's Espino, who cranked an RBI double in the right field line his first time up. Righty on righty matchup. In for a called strike, count 0-1. Delgado kicks, deals, ground ball up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, Ramos. Tall throw is high, and it sails in front of the Patriot dugout. That'll be a throwing error on Dominic Ramos. So some sloppy baseball by the Sugar Land Skeeters. That is their 3rd error of the game, and they came into this game having committed the fewest errors in the Atlantic League. So runner on first, 1 out, 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom 7. Ramos just airmailed that throw. I think he kind of rushed the throw. You have to know who's running when you're a fielder, and it was a catcher that was running. He had plenty of time to step and make a solid throw. Here comes Scott Kelly. Kelly is 2 for 2. Average up to 194. He's almost off the interstate. Almost hitting at the Mendoza line. In for a called strike, 0-1. Kelly actually notched his first career professional hit on Mother's Day against the Sugar Land Skeeters on a Sunday in Texas. And he kept the ball, and he gave the ball to his mother. Very sweet gesture. The 0-1. Hit into right center field. This ball is going to get out for a base hit. Cutting it off in the corner is Brian Barden. Espino's rounding second. He's heading into third. Spencer's waving him around third. The relay play at the plate will be in time. He's out. Did he block the plate, though? That is the question. And Tucker is saying that he blocked the plate, and he's going to be out. Now, Jody's going to argue the new catcher's rules state that you cannot block the plate, and Scott was blocking the plate, and Jody's out to argue. And Espino's a catcher himself, so he knows all about the new catcher's rule. I thought Scott was clearly blocking the plate. You have to give the runner a clear path home. And Jody's out to argue with Freddie DeJesus, who made the call. And I think Jody has a valid point here. I thought Scott was clogging the line. Unless Freddie DeJesus is going to say that the throw took Scott up the third base line, and that's why the tag was provided. So give Scott Kelly a double, advance a second on the throw. The relay goes 9-4-2 at the plate. And here comes Tucker. Runner on third, 2 outs. 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom of the 7th inning. So the rule on the field stands. Scott did not indeed block the plate, even though I thought he did. That catcher's interference rule, it does apply to the Atlantic League as well as Major League Baseball. Ground ball too short. Ramos fields this one. Will he make an error? No, he won't. Strong throw to first. In time, inning over. Through 7, 3-1 Patriots lead. Top 8 we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
Trune Associates sponsor the lawn scene area at the ballpark. At Trune Associates, you'll find more than a wide variety of competitive insurance products. You'll find people understand your needs. Trune Associates, a team of licensed professionals who care about their clients. Thomas Esparto Roofing, LLC, is your local roofing experts, proudly serving Somerset County. Call us today at 732-560-8311 or visit us online at thomasballardoroofing.com. 3-1 Patriots lead, top of the 8th inning. It will be Rocket, Langerhans, and Barden due up. Somerset 45-2 this season when they lead after 7 innings, as Jason Lowy and Jon Hunton will pitch the 8th and 9th respectively. We'll try and make it 46-2. The new pitcher is going to be the righty Jason Lowy, 5'11", 185-pound, 29-year-old from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Numbers for Lowy on the season: 4-1, 2.13 ERA, 39 games, 38 innings pitched, 42 Ks, 12 walks. Opponents are only hitting 180 against Jason Lowy. He'll face the 9-1-2 hitters. Lowy's in to protect a 2-run lead. Fastball away, 1-0. So the formula is simple. You get 94 pitches out of Matt Maloney through 7. You pass the baton to your 8th inning man, Jason Lowy, who was an all-star a year ago. And then you pass the baton to the league's leader in saves, Jon Hunton, who has 8 more saves than anyone else in the league. He has 34. Rami Lewis has the next most at 26. It'll be a 1-0 to Rocket. Fouled on top of home plate, foul. Count 1-1. Lowy just threw that 95 miles per hour. He can throw some serious cheddar for a sub-6-footer. Patriots lead 3-1. They scored in the first inning on a leadoff homer by Jonny Tucker. They added 2 more in the 5th on RBI hits from Espino and Kelly. Sugar Land's lone run came in the 6th on a homer by Ryan Langerhans, his 10th of the year, that he poked down the right field line. That's where we stand right now. 1-2 count here to Michael Rocket, who's 2 for 30 against Somerset pitching this season. It'll be a 1-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Rocket down looking. He was looking for the express. He got the local right there. A looping breaking ball. Slowed Rocket down, buckles his knees, and there's 1 away. So 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for Sugar Land. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Somerset. This will bring up Ryan Langerhans, who's responsible for the lone run for Sugar Land. He homered in the 6th on a hanging breaking ball from Matt Maloney. Top of the order here for Sugar Land. They're down to their final 5 outs. First pitch, check swing grounder to third base. Barden fields it, has plenty of time to make a light toss across the diamond. 2 away, so a lucky out right there for the Patriots, as Langerhans did not really want to swing. He accidentally swung and he made contact in fair territory. And that's a huge out right there, because Langerhans is one of the most lethal hitters in the squad. Very rare that you would see a leadoff hitter with 10 homers, but that's the case with Sugar Land's Ryan Langerhans. Gaetti's philosophy, I guess, is let's get our best hitter the most at bats. Here's Brian Barden. Fastball away, count 1-0. 100 miles per hour right there. Wow. Jason Lowy throwing some serious triple-digit cheddar. Oh, my. 100 miles per hour in the gun from Lowy. The 1-0. 100 miles per hour again, fouled in the right field line, 1-2. And the righty Barden cannot catch up to this 100 mile per hour fastball. He's fouling it off down the right field line. 3-1 Patriots lead, 2 outs, top of the 8th. 2 outs. Lowy had Tommy John surgery and missed all of 2012. Well, he is obviously back and better than ever. Was an all-star last year. He should have been an all-star this year. He was a snub. He has great bloodlines. His brother led the Atlantic League in ERA last year at 2.89. Now his brother's dominating in Mexico, and he could join the Patriots later this month. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a sharp slider. Count 1-2. When your off-speed pitches can be 14-mile-per-hour difference from your fastball, that's effective. Pitching coaches and scouts just want to see at least 10 miles per hour difference. He's at 14 miles per hour difference. It's really going to keep hitters off balance. It'll be a 1-2 with 2 outs. 3-1 Patriots lead top of the 8th. Nobody aboard. Tying run in the on-deck circle. Series opener from this playoff series rematch from a year ago. Up and in. Only 95 miles per hour. Is Jason okay? 2-2 count here, 2 outs. Infield back, outfield straightaway for Brian Barden, who sports the long dreadlocks inside his black batting helmet. The 2-2. Low and away, count 3-2. Barden's been an Atlantic League veteran. He's played for the Road Warriors, Bridgeport, Southern Maryland, and Sugar Land. He's played on 4 different teams in this prestigious league. And he's an ex-big leaguer in 08 with the Cardinals and 09 with the Braves. So he's one of 11 ex-big leaguers on Sugar Land. The team with the most big leaguers is Bridgeport. They have 14. Somerset has 7. The 3-2. Popped up foul behind home plate. A few rows in front of the Fullerton.com press box. And the count remains 3-2 here to Brian Barden. Barden enjoys reading and going to museums in his free time. He likes Stephen King novels. This guy's intense. It'll be a 3-2 here with 2 outs. Nobody aboard. 3-1 Patriots leading the 8th. Foul ball down the right field line. Will it stay in play? No, it won't. It goes in the lawn C area foul. We'll do it again. But you got to love Jason Lowy. I mean, Somerset literally has 4 legitimate pitchers that could be closers on any other team in the Atlantic League. You have Hunton, Lowy, DeMarc, Rincon. The bullpen last night threw 6 scoreless innings in that 3-2 11-inning win, or 10-inning win. Lowy did not pitch last night, neither did Hunton. That's why they'd be available today. The 3-2. Another foul ball. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Brian Barden. Two-strike clap trickles on here. It'll be a 3-2 with 2 outs. 3-1 Patriots lead. 10th pitch of the at-bat here to Brian Barden. The 5'11" Lowy against the 6'3" Barden here. What's Lowy going to throw? The 3-2. Up and in, he walked him. So now the tying runs coming to the plate. And here's Delwyn Young, who's tied for second in the team in homers with 10. Delwyn has 11 RBI in his last 10 games. Hitting very, very well as of late. So the switch hitter will bat from the left side. Young has more power from the left side than he does the right side. Young is 1 for 3. Fastball up and away, count 1-0. Long set for Lowy. Young, a 260 hitter. Fastball up and away, count 2-0. Jason used to work at Banana Republic 2 years ago. Now he's pitching on the biggest stage of minor league baseball here in the Atlantic League. It's been an amazing 2-year turnaround for Jason Lowy. One of the great human beings on this 25-man roster. The 2-0. In for a called strike. A late strike call by Tony Sania. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Runner on first. 3-1 Patriots lead. Top of the 8th. Remember, Somerset 45-2 this year when they lead after 7 innings. It'll be a 2-1. Outside, count 3-1. So Lowy breezed through the first 2 hitters. Then he walked Barden on a 10-pitch at bat. And now he's behind 3-1 here to Young, who's going to sit dead right in the fastball and try and turn on it. Capacity crowd on hand here to watch this big battle between the 3-hitter and Jason Lowy. It's a strike count, 3-2. So now Barton will be on the move as soon as Lowy releases this baseball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Patriots clinging to a 3-1 lead in the top of the 8th. The 2-strike clap will pick up here. Jason's about to throw his 21st pitch of the inning. The 3-2. It's popped up into right field. Should be caught by Montanez. He's there, makes the catch, inning over. Through 7.5, 3-1 Patriots lead. Bottom 8 we go on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. BRB. Back.
There we go, guys. All right. 3 contestants left, 2 chairs. We're getting closer. Keep walking around. Sit down.
Wellman Home Services, plumbing, heating, electric, and air since 1962. Open 7 days a week, 24-hour service. WellmanHomeservices.com is the website, and the phone number is 888-WELLMAN. Make your child's birthday an all-star experience by booking a Somerset Patriots birthday party. Package options include reserved seats, a birthday barbecue, or a party in a suite. All packages include the birthday child being on the field for a crowd rendition of Happy Birthday, their name on the scoreboard, a birthday t-shirt, and autographed baseball. Call the Patriots Group Sales Department at 908-252-0700 to book your child's birthday party today. Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-1. Patriots lead the Skeeters. Last chance for Somerset to tack on some insurance runs. They'll send the meat of their order: Dominguez, Ward, and Wright. Switch hitter, lefty-righty. Looks like we have a new pitcher in the ball game for the Sugar Land Skeeters. If I get his number, I'll let you know who it is. Number 33. That is Brian Broderick, the 6'6", 205-pound righty from Chandler, Arizona. Is the next big leaguer. Numbers for Broderick: 0-1, 2.90 ERA, 39 games, 40.1 innings pitched, 46 Ks, 5 walks. Wow. Opponents hitting .255 against him. The 0 swung on and missed. Count 0-2. So I guess Jeff Dominguez's name is Domo, because that's what Pressley was calling him in the 5th inning when he joined me. So I guess we'll start calling him Domo. And I respect Pressley's baseball IQ, and if he raves about Jeff Dominguez, it has a lot more merit than when I rave about this guy. Of course, Pressley and Dominguez were teammates last year, part of that 95-win Sugar Land squad. It'll be a 1-2 here, nobody out, nobody on. Dominguez hits from the left side, and he hits this one to second base, chewed up by his counterpart Rocket, throw to first in time, 1 away. Well, looking ahead at the top of the 9th inning, it will be Stabenhoa, Scott, and Lambin. 4, 5, and 6 in the order in the top of the 9th as Hunton would come in and pitch. Here's Darrell Ward, who did not start this game. He came in for Josh Pressley. Pressley signed a 1-day contract with the Somerset Patriots. Ward is 0 for 3. First pitch, low and in, count 1-0. 3-1, Patriots lead, bottom 8, 1 out. They have the shift on Ward. Only one infielder on the left side, 3 on the right side. And Ward went opposite field his last time up. Goes opposite field there, and he fouls in the left field line. Count 1-1. Joe Madden was really the first manager to implement the shift in baseball, and now it's become such a huge part of the game. I'm not even just talking the Atlantic League. I'm talking about baseball with a broad perspective. Because now with so much video and spray charts to break down, you can really pinpoint players' weaknesses and hot spots and where they hit the ball and their tendencies. Hunton continues to warm up. One-two count here, 1 out. 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom of the 8th inning. And Pressley was the guy when he was a hitter. The shift was put in on him. Another foul ball hit down the left field line. Count 1-2. So Ward's keeping this defense honest. He's going to say, look, if you're going to play me to pull, I'm not afraid to go oppo. And we've seen Ward go oppo a handful of times in his 1-month stint with Somerset thus far. It'll be a 1-2 here to Ward. Swing and a miss. The ball skips away from the catcher, Scott, but they're going to tag out Ward. And it's a strikeout swinging. Ward has 2 Ks and he's 0 for 4, and there's 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, nobody aboard. 3-1 Patriots lead. And here comes Ty Wright, who's 0 for 3. Somerset, when they lead after 8 innings this season, is 45-1. Wow. We played extra innings the last 2 nights. The last time Hunton pitched in a game, he blew a 2-run lead in the 9th inning. It would be a 2-run lead if he comes in the 9th, or when he comes in the 9th. That blown save was not his fault, though. Haroldchek dropped the pop-up, which led to an unearned run scoring. And Hunton's only blown 2 saves since June 1st. He's only blown 4 all year. And he owns the Skeeters. If you recall from last year in the playoffs, he saved 3 one-run ball games. And even Pressley said those games could have gone either way. Somerset could have easily lost 3 straight games by 1 run. Blooper down the right field line. It's going to hook fair. Right. Drills it to right for a bloop single. And there's a runner on first with 2 outs. And here comes Montanez. Monty has 3 ground outs. 1 to short, 1 to second, 1 to third. He's missing a ground out to first for the cycle of ground outs. I'll be joined by Matt Maloney after the game, so you want to stay tuned for that interview. We'll have fireworks after the game as well. In for a called strike, count 0-1. Runner on first, 2 outs, 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom 8. Close game. This feels like a postseason game. You know, the last few games really have. Drilled in the left field for a base hit. So Montanez, who hits .414 against Skeeter pitching, that average will go up after that knock in the left. 2-out rally brewing for Somerset. 2 on, 2 out. Here comes Brian Barden, who has 3 homers in his last 7 games after hitting just 2 in his first 44. But these last 3 games, you know, on Thursday, Somerset won 3-2-11 in walk-off fashion. Last night they won 7-5 in 10 innings in walk-off fashion. 3-1 close ball game, a great pitcher's duel between Hammond and Maloney, where Maloney outlasted the southpaw Hammond. And this is a foreshadow of things to come in late September. I mean, more times than not in the postseason, you're going to play these low-scoring games. Good pitching is going to beat good hitting. That was the case tonight. Slider away, count 1-0. And this is a Somerset team that can beat you in a variety of ways. They have speed, they have power, they have depth in their pen, they have depth in their starting rotation. And they rested their best hitter today, in Corey Smith. That's how talented they are, and they still might win this ball game. 2-0 count here to Brian Barden, 2 outs, 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom of the 8th. And these close games, they're mentally taxing in the body. They'll just exhaust you afterwards. It really makes you think. It'll be a 2-0 here to Barden. Force anywhere except home. Low and in, 3-0. Would you green light Brian Barden here? You know what, I would. Corey Haroldcheck looms on deck, but look, Barden has 3 homers in his last 7 games. He's swinging a hot stick. Average at 239. I'm swinging here. Let's see it, Brett. The 3-0. He takes all the way for a strike. Count 3-1. 96-mile-per-hour cheddar from Brian Broderick. So B squared against B squared. Brian Broderick against Brian Barden, with the other Brian Barden out in center field. 2 on, 2 out. 3-1 Patriots lead, bottom 8. The 3-1. Ground ball, weakly hit up the middle, fielded by Ramos, flips it to second for the force out, inning over. Top of the 9th we go. Hunton's in to protect a 2-run lead. He'll face the meat of the order coming up. 4, 5, and 6 hitters on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Come play with us! BSC has the only 4-level fantasy-themed laser tag arena in the country. Drop in for a game or book your next family fun outing and experience the best laser tag in New Jersey. Arcade games for all ages. Win tickets and take home great prizes just like the Shore. BSC also offers exciting party options in a fun and unique environment. Sports leagues, camps, and child development programs. BSC has something for everyone. Stop by and join the excitement.
Somerset. They feature a 3,200-yard, 9-hole regulation course.
Supercuts, the official sponsor of the Somerset Patriots baseball. If you want to cut above the rest. From live event streaming to creative and compelling commercial production, broadcast venue specialized in guiding New Jersey through the digital age, sports entertainment on a whole new level. Broadcast venue, the official broadcast provider of the Somerset Patriots. Well, the Patriots lead 3-1. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for Sugar Land. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Somerset. It will be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Sugar Land. Stavenhoa, who's 0 for 3, Scott, who's 1 for 3, and Lambin, who's 0 for 3. So combined, these 3 gentlemen due up are 1 for 9, and they're going to face the best reliever in the Atlantic League, the 6'9", 265-pound righty who's 31 years old from North Plainfield, New Jersey, Big Jon Hunton. Hunton leaves the Atlantic League with 34 saves. That's 8 more than anyone else in the Atlantic League. He should have been an all-star this year. Hunton 0-1, 2.42 ERA, 42 games, 34 saves, and 38 opportunities. 41 innings pitched, 37 hits allowed, less than a hit per inning, 24 strikeouts, 11 walks, a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and opponents hitting .243 against Hunton. Hunton did blow a save his last time out on Thursday evening, but it was not his fault. Unearned runs scored. Swing and a miss, count 0-1. Hunton had 3 one-run saves in the postseason last year against Sugar Land. The Patriots cling to a 3-1 lead. They're actually doubling up the Skeeters in the hit column 8-4. The difference in this game, 2 runs in the 5th inning by the bottom of the order. Espino and Kelly tallying RBI. The 0-1. Hitting this deep center field. Going back is Jonny Tucker. Warning track. He'll haul it in like a wide shoulder. 2 pitches, 1 out to start the 9th. The Skeeters have won 9 of 11. The Patriots have won 10 of 12. These 2 teams are in first place in their respective divisions in the second half, and they're both red hot. Somerset's trying to establish a new high water mark of being 33 games above 500. They're trying to go 67-34 and 20-11 in the second half. This is game number 101 of this marathon 140-game season. Here comes Travis Scott. Scott hitting .232. Hit .276 last year. So kind of having a down year. Swing and a miss. Count 0-1. Both teams in the top step of their respective dugouts. The Patriots on the first base line. The Skeeters down the third base line. Fireworks after this game. It's been a beautiful night for baseball. Pressley signed a one-day contract and started the game. He was up in the booth for an interview in the fifth. The 0-1. Out and away. Count 1-1 here. To Press. Press. To Scott. Scott looks like Pressley with those big long legs. Get him my left, he's confused here. It'll be a 1-1. Low and in, 2-1. And to me, Hunton is one of 5 MVP candidates in the league. I think Corey Smith is one, Cole Gardner's another, Lou Ford and Justin Green. And then Hunton. Hunton has only blown 4 saves all year. He's only blown 2 since June 1st. Plus, he's the director of player personnel. He's in charge of replenishing the talent on this loaded roster. And the league is about getting players back to where they belong in affiliated ball and overseas and winning at the same time. And that's what Hunton's all about. Soft fly ball on the left. It will be caught by Haroldchek. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-1 Patriots lead. Top of the 9th inning. Here comes Chase Lambin. So the winning pitcher would be Matt Maloney. He would improve to 8-5. The losing pitcher would be Chase Lambin. He would drop. It would be Steve Hammond. He would drop to 8-7. Here's Chase Lambin when I was thinking about Steve Hammond. 2 outs, nobody on. Patriots up a deuce. 1 out away from victory. Somerset trying to go 11-2 in their last 13 ball games. Swing and a miss, count 0-1. Lambin just hitting .201 on the season. Big John, intimidating. His stature is huge at 6'9". He has 19 different tattoos. A Mike Napoli, big scruffy beard. But he's a gentle giant off the diamond. The 0-1, swing and a miss, count 0-2. And now this capacity crowd of over 7,000 will rise to their feet. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-1 Patriots lead, top of the 9th in the series opener, featuring these 2 first-place squads. Sugar Land leading the Freedom Division, Somerset leading the Liberty Division. It'll be an 0-2 to the lefty Lambin. The pitch, fastball away, count 1-2. The fans want their fireworks. The fans want their W. It's been a great day. Pressley hung up the spikes as a Patriot. Maloney was flawless through 7 innings. Lowy, tremendous 8. Hunton, almost here in the 9th. The 1-2. Ran a foul behind home plate. We'll do it again. I mean, this is a textbook formula. If you're pitching coach Corey Damo, an all-star, this is how you draw it up. 7 innings from your starter, give it to your 8th inning guy, and then pass it to your 9th inning guy. As Hunton's looking for his 35th save. If he can save this one, he will be 2 saves away from the single-season Somerset record set by Jon Hunton himself last year when he had 37 saves and 43 opportunities. The 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Patriots win it 3-1 in the series opener, featuring these 2 first-place squads. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for Sugar Land. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Somerset. Patriots are now at their new high water mark of, they're at their new high water mark of being 67-34. They are just tremendous, 33 games above 500. They're 20-11 in the second half. The Skeeters are 55-44, 17-13 in the second half. We're going to talk with Matt Maloney coming up. We will give out some thank yous they love so much, have some highlights as well, and look ahead at the pitching matchup tomorrow. Patriots win it 3-1 in a postseason type like field here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. All right, 3.5. Yes, I'm listening to you.
I think I'm going to PLS because we can't hear the
Okay.
second guy. So if you could just tell them, SPN TV audience, thanks.
Okay.
See you later.
All right, for SPN.TV, if you're tuning in at home, thanks so much for the coverage tonight. Great job by our broadcast venue production crew, led by Andy Slowecki and Pat McManus. Thanks so much. Tune in for the next broadcast later this month here on SPN.TV.